Steve's gonna be nice.
Yeah.
Steve's gonna let us roll over him with our picks.
I mean, that's what happened last time.
It certainly did.
That's definitely
And you let it.
Fighting games.
I mean, I
Steve
did.
let it.
You guys
I
said
mean,
fighting games without me.
I tried to fight. I tried to fight.
KI suffered for it.
These guys were all.
You let Max John
it's all about legacy. It's legacy. So that's not. It's legacy by itself. That's not enough.
Smash should have been top 3, if anything. The biggest fighting game ever, the biggest roster ever.
Look at that face.
Like, yeah. Shake your head because you suck at it, but that's true. It's still true.
I'm just gonna cough.
So today we're gonna do the top PlayStation 2 games.
Oh boy.
Top 10?
Doing it. Top 10 PS2
The
for life.
best-selling system of all time.
Street Fighter 3 Third Strike. Yeah, dude, it really is.
It is for now. Switch is coming. 160 according to Jim Ryan, 158 according to actual analysts.
How many Grand Theft Autos are making it on this?
Yeah, just.
You're either
Really? You're not attached to like any of the others enough to be like ready to fight?
No, it was perfected. It was perfected.
It
with a
boils
certain
down
one.
to want
It was perfected.
do you
with a
want
certain one.
impact or do you want personal? Which I always say you should go more personal.
Well, the Street Fighter. I mean, not the Street Fighter. The fighting game one was personal, right? Like
It was impact and personal.
It definitely got more personal.
It definitely started to get more personal into top 10s of why and how. To be real, my top 10 fighting games was very different than what was that list was.
Right.
And I think any of our individual top 10 fighting games would be very different than what that list was. But that's the whole point of delegation, is that we're effectively fighting to pass a bill.
I demand a recount with the fighting game one.
Nah, you settled.
I didn't settle. I was
You should
upset.
have waited till I was here.
I should have.
You
That's
should
what I'm
have
saying.
waited.
It probably doesn't
Steve,
count because Sims wasn't
If you
here.
demand a recount with
Yeah.
this guy around, you're not going to get the games you think up there.
We will get the games that we know of, right, Simmons?
That depends if the check clears.
Okay, all right. So I think it'll be
This is
drastic.
the guy that was emphatically happy that Soul Calibur made number 1.
I think the top 10 list will be drastically different if Simmons is there. You will see the new argument that I'm about to propose for some certain games out there.
It's like you lose a fight with your wife.
is-
and
Nah,
then,
it's
a
gonna
week
go
later,
attack.
you think of a good comeback.
Nah.
Fuck.
They're gonna
Hey, the fight's over.
They're gonna get it.
Let's fight about that thing again so I can do that good comeback.
Yeah.
We gotta
Shit.
find
We need some pensicles. They both have NBA in the title.
They're
Just
both
because the NBA and the fucking title doesn't mean they're the same goddamn game.
Steve, you use that argument against the...
I use that argument on you!
you.
Why?
Oh, here we go.
Hey, man, I'm trying to help you.
Kingdom Hearts. Gotta go.
All right, bye.
Holy shit! Look at this guy, bro! Chat, do you see this shit?
Steve, you literally made us do it to our games. Is Dark Cloud 2 better than Gran Turismo 4 Burnout?
Let's go!
Fuck it.
Wow!
I'll take my shit out.
Alright, so Simmons, you're first. Let's go!
Fuck, Steve is first.
All right.
Write some shit down.
I say go hard.
Go hard.
Don't put something you kind of like, something like, oh, here's my
Honorable
soft
mentions need to be put up there, in my opinion. I need
You can
some
put it up there. I'm just saying, get the crap out of it. Get the big stuff out of
Get
it.
the fucking show on the road.
Big stuff
What
usually
the
on-
fuck is going on
Big stuff
here?
is usually on the top.
Let's put this list up close so everyone can see it. So the Kenny's back.
Oh shit.
And his ass. And his back ass. And then his front butt.
Kenny needs a belt.
Let's find out.
Let's say swoosh of the ass
Is it
cloud.
C-O-L-L-O-S-S-U-S or C-O-L-L-O-S-U-S?
Of the ass cloud.
How do you spell Colossus, chat? Oh, God, he's back, Simmons. He's back.
He has returned it.
Gran Turismo 4. Kenny is back. Hey, you fuck! That was mine!
Yeah, too bad.
Hey, you fuck!
F-N-Y.
It has returned, boys. It has
you
returned.
go.
I think that has a good chance of even making top 10.
It has returned.
I got one. All right, chat. Here's the list of games that you can pick from. You got a copy of Virtua Fighter, Virtua Fighter 4 Evo. Kenny, your ass is. So you got to. Okay, you want to put Virtua Fighter 4 Evo, or Virtua Fighter 4 Evo, or Virtua Fighter 4 Evo? Which one do you want? Do you want this one, or do you want this one?
Max,
you want
please.
This one?
I think
Maybe
Virtue.
This one? Put it on there 3 more times,
I
Simmons.
think Virtue Fighter 4 Evo.
I got a game that I've been nervous to talk about, and I think it's time. I finally addressed this.
He's going for it, chat. He's going for it.
And here it is. I'm coming out, bro. This is it. I've been waiting for this moment my whole life.
Oh, it's not 11.
I've been waiting for this moment my entire life.
X2.
It's happening, dude.
X2.
I have a personal attack here. And it's a personal attack on myself because as I was getting a little introspected, I realized that I have the wrong one up here.
Uh-oh.
And if I'm going to put one of these games up here, even though both of them deserve to be up here, I'm going to choose this one. I personally like DMC 1 technically more than 3. And here's the thing, which is why I marked this out. DMC godlike, right? DMC 3 godlike establishes the foundation. The fucking castle, the
Yeah.
spooky atmosphere,
Yeah.
like the mixture of
100%.
Resident Evil in action,
100%.
it has never been matched again. And something about
Ooh, you know
DMC
what
1
that-
is so unique
you know
and
what-
special. And I love DMC 3,
Gears-
obviously is amazing, but
But
I
a
can
better
feel that.
version of 3 is
Exists.
on another system.
yeah,
so it's like,
honestly, like having style switching on the fly on the Switch version is so much fucking better. Here is our PlayStation 2 list.
Let's go.
We're gonna have to get this down to a top 10.
Let's go.
No,
God damn.
nothing
It's looking
personal.
good, baby. It's looking good.
All right, me and Simmons are gonna co-op attack.
Double attack?
Simmons, I'm looking at one game on here that I think of another system when I look at it.
A double attack.
And we're going to. I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna look.
I'm gonna delegate.
I'm gonna sit here and we're gonna point at it. All right. So let's move this bitch up, and I'm gonna point at the thing at the same time. But
Point at it.
we can be ready at 3, 2, 1.
He pointed at it first.
Yeah,
he didn't even do it at the same
Yeah.
time. That
Was
wasn't the
it
same
better
time.
on GameCube?
Better on GameCube.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Better.
Yeah.
And I'm not even like really into the game, but I know the GameCube
I
version
owned it.
is like.
I owned it and
Yeah.
I beat it. It's the reason why I didn't put Sands of Time on here. Of the generation.
They're better on GameCube.
Oh, sure. We can argue this for best game of the generation of the PS2, GameCube, Xbox era. But
Yeah.
if we want to argue which version played the best, ain't gonna be PS2.
See, but
Well,
the thing,
and then if you're gonna attack me on that, I'll attack CDS too.
Because on that
Basic-
system, it's making their top 10 almost guaranteed.
I guess.
It's in the same way that like we kind of kept CVS2 off of the Dreamcast. Because when we think of CVS2, we were not like, this is a Dreamcast game, but it only came out in Japan on Dreamcast. When I think of CVS2, I think of the PlayStation 2 version.
Did it not play better on the Dreamcast?
Same game.
No, it played the same.
Because the loading times on the PS2 is not as
Yeah, but
But not like noticeably like,
the,
oh,
date,
this fucking
the
sucks.
data CVS2 had to load was not high.
And CVS2 is also
Shit
on
was on the
GameCube,
GameCube.
but
But
that is the
that
fuck-up
has
version.
a balance patch
That's
on it.
EO.
Kenny, are you okay with us killing Beyond Good and Evil on PS2?
For it to eventually live
Because
a
here's
much
the thing.
more fruitful life on a GameCube list.
Because it's probably you have a much better argument on GameCube.
Like that
than
bitch
you
might
do
be top 5 if you have an argument there. I
on
know.
GameCube than you do on PS2. You know that ain't top 10.
Man, they're hustling you, Kenny. I can't believe you're letting them slide like that. Me personally?
Why you guys so defensive?
Me personally?
When we want the game to actually have its moment.
It's a banger game, man. It's
It is. It
I'm saying
is.
it's not.
one of the vibes.
But it's the same reason we didn't even bother with RE4 on here.
Yeah. If that's the case, then Kenny RE4 is like gonna win top 2.
Damn. Yeah, he said, get it out of
It's
here.
already two.
Yeah, he shrugged his shoulders,
Steve-
guys.
Steve isn't even helping.
Steve's never played it, so
know,
he
but-
can't say,
know.
well,
Alright,
what
dude,
can I
it's
do?
not the end of the world.
I
It's
can't.
fine, it's fine.
Y'all getting so defensive.
No,
Kenny,
hey,
it looks like I slapped his child.
I just say, hey, like, Steve.
Don't forget, chat, your mother's ugly.
All right, we can counter.
All right.
Come on,
I'm coming
guys. Let's
I'm
fucking
coming
go.
in.
And you wanted to counter CVS2.
I'm coming in.
What is TS2? What is that?
Time Splitters 2.
Time Splitters 2. Ooh.
Shouldn't. Well, Kenny, this was Kenny's game. Kenny, what would you attack? CVS2?
Yeah, Kenny, how about that? You get your chance
What's
to
this
fucking
one?
shit on my chest.
So I meant Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks.
Oh fuck no.
You want to cut that?
Hell no. I didn't know what the fuck it was. I was like, what the fuck is that? It's Fatal Frame. Come on, man. Fatal Frame. No, it's not like that. It's not top 10. Come on.
I'm gonna argue.
It's not
It's one
top
of the
10.
only scary games ever.
And
Actually,
no, dude.
I think Fatal Frame is a good game, and as it came out, scared the shit out of me. Most scared I've probably ever been with a game.
yeah,
was
I've
Fatal
never
Frame
been
1.
more scared than with Fatal Frame.
I have to give it
In
credit.
any video game.
I take that and I give you was it PI? Was it
PT?
PT, yeah.
No.
PT was weird.
No.
Well, we were more scared.
Hell no.
No.
Simmons was younger.
We were
Yeah.
younger.
Younger,
And
hell
the
no.
thing is,
PT,
games were
no
not
way.
that scary. This game.
Okay.
was fucking-
Okay, I'll give you this.
But
Okay, go ahead. You go.
But my argument is that it should be taken down because we played that game again. It's kind of not
The
great.
I was just about to say that.
You know what?
And
The
to me,
game
Fatal
plays
Frame-
like ass.
And
so-
Fatal Frame 2 is kind of like better.
Yeah.
But it's now that you know the gimmick, it's just less scary.
Yeah.
So it's like, so it is completely riding on a gimmick that was like really freaky at the time, and I have to give that credit, which is why I was gonna put that
Yeah,
up there,
it's-
and then I decided no.
It's
And my argument is that the being scary alone isn't enough.
Sure.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, but
Well,
yeah.
I'm saying the merits because it's the only time a survival horror was actually spooky.
That scared the fuck out of us,
Right.
and it was, dude. The way this showed up too was spooky as shit.
Yeah.
Like we were at work, and it just showed up in a box, and like 3 people pre-ordered this Fatal Frame game. We didn't get any other copies. We're like, what the fuck is that? And then people come out like, yes, give it to me. Like it's the scariest game ever. And then it vanishes, and we're like, dude, we gotta get this game. So we went to our friend Rodney's place, and we're like, dude, do you have a copy of Fatal Frame? It's so scary. And then we go back to my house and play it, and fucking piss and shit ourselves in the dark for like hours. It was so fucking scary. So anyway,
Damn, they
cross it out.
Shit themselves in the dark.
piss
for
and
hours.
shit
You can
in our mouths.
You
At
can
his
cross
house.
it.
Cross it out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
you take it
You
out.
can cross it out.
It's great.
I think it's really good, but you know what? Is it top 10? Probably
Yeah,
not.
probably not. We're just being fair.
But it's goddamn it's scary as fuck. In 2002.
Kenny, you're up. Who's getting shot?
Wait,
Fatal Frame's gone.
wait. No, we were doing the back and forth.
Doubles?
We're doing the back and forth.
What are you guys, a team? You guys
No,
are
no, no,
teams?
Kenny,
Fuckos?
You
Kenny's
picked,
up.
did you pick Fatal Frame?
No, I
Steve
did.
Why was Steve picking?
I don't know, you just picked.
Well, Simmons told me I was next.
No, it was Kenny's turn. You were not Kenny.
Simmons said I was
That
next.
doesn't matter.
Simmons.
I thought they were a team. Like, go.
Simmons
You-
said I was next.
All right, we'll counter.
All right.
Come on,
I'm coming
guys.
in.
Let's
I'm
fucking
coming
go.
in.
And he wanted to counter CVS2.
I'm coming in.
I thought they were
Let's do
together.
this. Let's do this interesting dichotomy thing
What
here.
is that dichotomy
Like,
thing?
okay, so Kenny.
There's some games we can't argue
we
together.
we said, fuck you, Kenny, fuck your game. And then Kenny's like, okay, well, fuck you, fuck your game. I kind of like it. We fucked over who?
Beyond Good and Evil.
Bianca never got fucked. Kenny was like, hey,
super
fuck
sad.
Fatal Frame.
That was Steve.
All right, Kenny, come on. Kenny, come on, it's your turn.
What-
Fuck
what-
something.
What do you got there?
What
Come
are you
on.
doing?
Start shooting.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man 2? I don't have any defense.
It's a good.
incredibly fun when you never expected a Rush licensed game to ever be
Yeah.
fun.
Damn.
So it's one of those unexpected.
Yeah,
It's a
One
good
of those
game.
unexpected 8 out of
probably
10s.
one of the most unexpectedly good games.
Yes.
Most like this is good. What?
Yeah.
But yeah, it doesn't have to be there.
Okay, not top 10 good. All right. All right, Simmons, your turn. You got attacked.
All right, I got attacked. I didn't.
Max is like, you guys are making this personal. Attack him, bitch. Attack his mother.
Go get him.
Max is like, don't make this personal. Attack him.
That's violence.
Okay,
Very serious.
Steve,
Very seriously.
you have to make a choice.
Don't you dare, Simmons. Don't you
You have to
fucking
make
dare.
a choice.
Fucking
You have
son of a
two exact style of games.
Exact style?
Right.
Okay.
Where they are not based. Yes, exactly. Okay.
I don't know what he's talking about.
You know what? I was gonna about to say, you need to pick between Street and Ballers.
So you wanna be a baller, huh?
First of all, that's not two styles of the game. Are you fucking insane?
They both
They're
have
not-
NBA in the title.
They're
Just
both
because the NBA and the fucking title doesn't mean they're the same goddamn game.
Steve, you use that argument against the.
I use that argument on you!
You use the argument so poorly. They're both NBA games, but they're not NBA rules. Right? They're
One
all-
is 1v1, the other is like
3v3.
Yeah,
Right.
2v3.
None of them are full court.
So they're not.
NBA.
They're not
No,
traditional.
NBA Street is full court, dude.
No, like full court, full team.
Yeah, okay.
Right, so they're
So
both.
5v5.
They have NBA players, but neither one of them are traditional rule games. They're both
Over the top. Yeah.
oddball games. So we don't need 2 NBA games.
That's the reason
like
why we don't
this
have
on
2.
here.
That's why we don't have 2 Grand
Because you gotta dig down deep into your heart of hearts and think about
The future.
Fight for New York.
Yeah.
You gotta think about Outbreak. You gotta think about Dub Edition and God of War
Okay.
and Tekken 5 and
here's the
Vice.
only-
You gotta think about all of these games. Say, okay, are you gonna say both of these games need to be top 10 PS2
And here's
of all time?
the only thing I'll say from the history of this list, as I've learned, before I want to get some of my games higher. If you argue everything, your chance of getting something else that you think that you know is better is a higher likelihood of that getting eliminated.
Okay.
Because you're viciously defending everything.
Okay, so let's just do this. All the games that I pick, just make it all top 10, and then we'll just be fine. Does that work?
Makes sense.
Okay, why?
Because all of my picks make more sense than Kingdom Hearts.
That's no
What the
defense. Well, I'm not defending that one.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
But Steve, you got Ballers or Street, which is better between the two?
No, it's straight, dude.
Yeah, you know it's Street.
You know,
Okay.
The thing is that I personally think Ballers is a better game, but I know NBA Street Volume 2 is a better game.
Okay, so then, that being said, why should Ballers be on top 10? Period. Then.
It has the same mechanics and structure as a fighting game, and the dev actually hit me up on Twitter, thanking me of recognizing the game as being as in depth of a mind game as I pointed out to be. They knew what they made, I knew what they made, and we all recognized it together as a family. The problem is a large part of the population do not know how good and how technical that
You're
game
just
is.
dumb.
Because Phenom.
Yeah, it's really fucking stupid.
Because Phenom came out
And their mother's ugly.
super late in the system's life. 3 people on the planet played them. One of them being you.
Wow. And you know what?
So you are fighting this uphill battle.
Yes. But I would say the same thing about Black. Black was came out super late in the system.
Yeah, but it had really pretty graphics.
You're telling me Ballers wasn't pretty?
No,
Because
I'm
Ballers
saying
was fucking
people
gorgeous.
played Black. They didn't play Ballers Phenom. They played Black because, oh my god, graphics.
Yeah.
So
Good.
it
Yeah,
had
but Black is like a
notoriety.
completely fine FPS as well.
Right. I mean, but there's a reason why it's not on here because it didn't play that well. It wasn't.
Not particularly.
Yeah,
It's
it
like
wasn't
Black
that
is like a cool, once again, a cool visual concept of like, oh, we can push graphics still, and it's like cool. Is it a great game? No, it's kind of like a lame 007.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. It should have been multiplayer. It should have had a multiplayer.
Yeah, it should have.
Okay, so I say Steve's arguing Phenom on the merits of the fact that it is wholly original.
Yes.
And has a really in-depth 1v1 thing, which is not seen in
Anywhere.
in
In any
sports
NBA
game.
games. Yes.
So that being said, do the three of us? No.
Ow.
No, Kenny.
Ow. Dude,
Would you keep it or cut it?
I've seen both these games played in front
Look,
of my face.
here's the thing.
Here's the thing. No, here's the thing.
We have played Phenom on your birthday.
Yeah.
So here's the thing, and I just saw a random jobber say, "Hey, NBA Ballers is ass." Explain how. How is it ass?
We don't have time to read that.
No, one chat.
Well, no, I'm just saying. I'm asking you. How is the game bad?
I'm not saying it's bad.
Because I've seen both games in front of me.
I'm just saying because we have seen you play the game and demonstrate the game, and I think it's really interesting.
Yes.
But I don't think it's top 10 in a
And-
system with like 3,000 games.
And you know what the problem is? Is the fact that I didn't even show you guys the crazy cool stuff that the game could do. Because obviously it's been fucking years.
Right.
And the upgrades that you could give the characters, which is like the close. You think Jeff Jam Fight for New York had swag? Bro. NBA Ballers had some fucking swag.
I mean, this
baby.
game is only cool with swag because of how integrated your swag is with your character in game and how it's integrated into gameplay. And shit.
Guess what?
Because the gameplay is good.
Okay. And guess what? Everything you're arguing about that one isn't Ballers.
sure you definitely
The
feel
gameplay
that.
is good. The customized character is fucking unbelievable, and the customization you can do for the character is
Steve,
insane.
this is a delegation. You're
Kenny,
not going to
stay
win
or
any
go.
of these
Because
on
the thing
solo.
is, right now the vote
And
is
if
2
you're,
to 1.
if you're arguing this hard
Kenny-
already,
Kenny
dude,
right now.
we're gonna be here for a very long time, and your games are not gonna fucking make it.
I'm gonna argue the stuff that's
Is
really
Ballers
Bro,
Phenom
you
top
need
10?
to get people on your side.
No, Kenny said no. That's 3 to
Like
1.
this is like literally doing democracy shit. You have to get people on your side.
Here, look. I'll go next. I'm gonna put one. I know mine will die between these two, but it's the same.
You like to put things against each other.
No, it's fine because it gets shit
Well, you
done
have two
faster.
NBA games
It goes so faster. Def Jam Fight for New York versus Urban Reign.
And clearly, I think Urban Reign is not going to make it over FFNY.
No, yeah, it's fine.
I'll say
And very
this.
similar games.
I'll say this. Urban Reign feels better,
Yeah.
like just movement-wise.
Yeah, I agree.
But I think
different
this
game.
Fight for New York
I
is the
think
entire
Fight-
package.
I
It's
think
the
Fight
entire
for New York is
package.
the entire
I'm
Urban
okay.
Reign is effectively it's a great 4-player multiplayer
Yeah.
game in the same way that Power Stone is, but it kind of
That's about-
stops
stops
there.
there.
It stops there,
It's-
and that is fair. That's honest to me.
And
And I'm like, I
four-player
could put
friendly.
those two together, like like you guys did those basketball games, and that's fair.
And there are similarities there.
That's
Okay.
fair.
You know what's
But
crazy?
Urban Reign to me, the fucking gameplay is unmatched. Like when it comes to like that.
It's Tekken.
But Def Jam has.
It's Tekken.
Yeah, it's Tekken. but
It's
it's
Tekken.
effective.
It's effectively Tekken Force mode
Yeah.
with like an arena.
Oh shit.
Hey!
Yes, my birthday!
Kenny attacked.
I attacked my
Kenny attacked
His own. You attacked
But-
Matt,
But he
what-
wanted
Steve,
versus.
Steve, it's your turn.
Kingdom Hearts. Gotta go.
All right, bye.
Holy shit!
think so.
He said,
Oh, what?
he said,
Kingdom Hearts 1?
Kingdom Hearts gotta go.
Here's the thing.
Kingdom Hearts gotta go.
We're the oddballs here.
Yes.
Where we say one is the better of the two because one has
Obviously.
one has the better vibes. It has the better story.
Yeah,
it,
it's
it,
legit
kept,
fun.
It's convoluted.
it kept things simple and
Sephiroth
clean.
fight, dude?
Yeah.
Like Final Fantasy characters?
like-
just the concept of what
That
it
was
is.
so fast. I was ready to chop it up.
Travis
Here's my
Town?
argument. Here's my argument. We are very much thinking of where Kingdom Hearts goes and
Yeah.
what it becomes. Without this existing solely in time in the year 2002 or 3 or some shit,
Yeah.
and it coming out, and we all fucking loved it. It was actually
Oh, we all
great.
loved it. We all love Kingdom Hearts 1. I'm just saying, okay, looking back at it now, is it top 10?
I think
Yes.
so.
Oh, yeah,
I
easy.
100%. I think
For-
there's an argument that Kingdom Hearts, or like if you want like the Final Fantasy argument shit, or like FF10 or Kingdom Hearts, dude, I don't want to
Kingdom
put
Hearts.
those two against each other right now.
I will.
But I mean, I would probably pick Kingdom Hearts.
All right, so we're at
Here's
a
the
2-2
problem.
on
Well,
this.
here's the problem. Max, if you try to defend this thing so hard so early, later on, no one's just gonna be on your side later on because you're just
I'm
gonna
on
defend this stuff
Max's
so
side.
early. So I mean, you're gonna try to
It's-
defend this
it's
stuff.
too-
It's not working.
Because you already have people on my side.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes,
Kingdom Hearts
it was just you defending something that no one's ever heard of.
Yeah,
Yes.
because you guys don't like
All
good
right,
games.
stay of execution on that. Do you want to?
Yeah.
You want to try something else, Kenny?
No, that was Steve.
Or Steve,
Steve tried.
we're deadlocked on Kingdom Hearts. I'd cut it.
It's gone, bro.
I'd cut it, but it's
That's amazing.
We're 2-2.
Deadlock.
We're 2-2
It
on that.
stays. You have to move on.
All right. I've never heard of Dark Cloud.
I'm standing Dark Cloud. Sorry.
And
Dark Cloud?
I'm defending.
You have
He
to
put
move on.
Basically Zelda.
He put 2. I'm standing Dark Cloud 2.
I played a little bit of it. I know it's good, but I haven't beaten it, so
Hey, here's the
I
thing.
cannot.
It's pretty simple.
you're 2v1.
But it's like it's PlayStation Zelda.
Don't even, Kenny. The argument's for later.
Okay.
Because it's already 2v1. We have to move on to something else.
There it is.
2v2.
Or it's 2v1. I have no argument.
Oh.
There. Boom.
Rogue Galaxy, another game I don't believe.
It's the same devs.
It's the same devs. Yeah, I don't know.
That's why.
He's going after. Steve hates these guys.
I just don't hate these guys. I just don't know these games. Fuck them. I don't know anything about Rogue Galaxy. I don't know
Rogue
about
Galaxy is arguably Level 5's best game on the system. It's the culmination of everything they started with Dark Cloud 1 and 2.
Really?
And
Dark Cloud and the Rogue Galaxy team?
yeah, same people.
Wow.
Exactly. It doesn't have the building,
It doesn't have all the
Dark Cloud
customization shit. That
but it does.
So then, okay. So then,
Rogue
let's do
Galaxy
this.
a
Let's
Star
do
Wars
this.
game?
Let's do this. Let's do this.
It's original.
It's original.
So then,
Wow.
which one would be better if you do Rogue Galaxy versus Dark Cloud?
I would
If somebody has to get chopped between
personally
the two.
pick Rogue Galaxy, but this is
I've
actually
never
people
heard.
know this. There's more stuff in Dark Cloud 2.
Stuff doesn't necessarily mean it's better.
So the thing is, this is like a lot of mechanics and crazy shit you can do. This is just a JRPG.
This is just refined.
Yeah.
So, but if you had your choice, Rogue Galaxy, absolutely.
It's a little more focused.
It's,
Yes.
it's polished. It's like
It's a little more focused and polished.
I'd say Rogue Dark Cloud's got to go then because it's not beating Rogue Galaxy.
I would do so if I had to pick between the two. I go to Dark Cloud 2 because at least this game was interesting to me. I didn't beat it, but I
I'm
know,
willing to let go of Rogue Galaxy
Okay.
So you
Yes, and then again, it isn't a top like bottom 20.
I would put Rogue Galaxy probably in my top 10 because it's totally unique to the system.
Okay.
It only exists on the system. It is top 10 to me, but
And Simmons knows that in this room, that's going to be a hard defense. You just know it. You'd rather put your effort into defending other things. You can get people on your side.
Yeah.
All right, Simmons, your turn. Fuck somebody up.
Okay. You.
Why?
Oh, here we go.
Hey man, I'm trying to help you.
You have to pick.
Brother.
You have to pick a Final Fantasy that best represents PS2.
God damn it.
Now I know
You
one.
piece of shit, bitch.
One is absolutely a linear solo cinematic,
You piece of shit.
and one is an MMO.
Ah, piece of shit, bitch.
But come
Oh,
on!
fuck you, man. I pulled Nidhogg on this thing. Cross it out, you freaking
11?
fuck. Yeah, cross out 11.
Okay.
It's the most fucking defining game of the early 2000s where you can lick my ass and suck my nuts.
On PC.
Oh, god damn it.
Defining on PC.
I'm pissed.
I'm guessing you had like fond memories of it.
Fond memories,
Max was
dude.
addicted to it for like 4 years.
Motherfucker, I lived there.
This is my life.
Jessica pulled me out from the darkness. No, it's great. I had a good time. They just recreated FF11 and FF14.
I think I
Like,
saw.
no shit, and they remade Juno and the boss
Really?
fights. And, the new expansion is just FF11. It's fucking. I'm looking at it going.
I think I saw Tiffany play that like nothing.
You saw Tiffany play Final Fantasy 14? I'm shocked. You do not want to say the words FF14 and Tiffany
Okay,
in
gotcha.
the same sentence.
Be
Be like,
summoned.
listen.
Yeah.
Listen. It's good, and I know it's good. I didn't play it, but I definitely know it's much better elsewhere, and it's Max Payne 2.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I hate that fucking argument. It's better somewhere else. So
But
it
it's
doesn't
better.
belong in
Not
the
only is it better
system.
somewhere else, it was better somewhere else from the start.
Oh my god. Let me
It's
guess.
a-
PC.
Yes.
It was made as PC.
And Xbox.
And Xbox.
Oh my god, it's so annoying, dude.
But to be real, it's like, it's good, but I don't know if, I just have very little experience with it. I played a demo.
No, well, that and
missed out.
I remember at E3, and I do remember it was not. It ran a little rough. It ran really rough on PS2.
Well, I mean, obviously, my perspective is completely, biased because I only played it on the system. I never played it on
I know.
PC.
It's all-
Right.
only
So in
perspective
other
you
words, Steve, you save it for the Xbox. Save it for the Xbox.
Save it on something that's gonna take the top 10.
1 and 2 are on Xbox.
And they ran much
And
better.
they ran much better.
Because Xbox was more
They are much better, closer to it. Like there was like apparently from to my understanding, someone could you guys can jump me on 1 or 2. I'm not sure. They had to like cut like levels down. Like they had to like chop them down on
Was
the
it one
PS2.
On PS2?
Yeah, like so where you like load into an area,
Yeah.
it was more chopped up and more loading zones on PS2 because the system itself just needed that. Like where the Xbox version was smoother, ran
Chat saying
better.
that was like part 1.
That was part 1? Yeah.
Somebody said that was part 1, but like these games historically, in this era of the PlayStation 2, there was a lot of PC ports just in general.
Right.
And they all had a home because they kind of ran mostly like butt on this system. They were on Xbox.
But that's the, I mean, it's the devs' fault, honestly. I mean, they make.
No. That's what they could do with the system.
Yeah.
Like it's a game not made for the system, and sort of like squished down to
variation.
run on the system. It's,
Right.
it's the RE4 argument here. So in other words, I'm saying you can have the argument of Max
But it's just
Payne
for
2,
something else.
But I'm saying like it's gonna very likely be maybe top 10 Xbox, but PS2
Oh my gosh,
arguing
did
for
you
like
do that on
the
purpose, JJ?
chunkiest version.
You're wearing an ancient Electronics Boutique PlayStation 2 shirt. JJ, take one
It
step
just
over.
happened to be in my rotation of
I know, but I'm
colors.
saying that's crazy. Jessica, take one step towards the camera. And she's wearing an old EB Games PS2 shirt. Look at the side. Look at the side.
EV Games.
Bro, this is from when I worked at the store.
Jeez, that's crazy. See, and that logo reminds me of the sound, right? Because it was. All right, I mean, we'll give it the chopping block. That makes sense, I guess. It
This will fight.
It will
another
live
game.
again. It'll live again
Fight
on another
day.
system.
All right.
There's another game. Oh yeah, Beyond Good and Evil. So
It'll live again. It'll live again.
Chop something else than mine. I'm gonna take the child to bed.
All right.
gotta pick a Max game.
You pick a Max game. I mean, I don't know who put it up, but if you do Onimusha versus DMC, DMC wins tenfold.
I agree.
So
Those are both Max games.
those are both Max
Not
games.
only did Steve pick a Max game, he picked 2 Max games.
Well,
Listen,
here's the thing. I would agree.
You would agree chopping Onimusha
Yes, versus
over
because
DMC? I agree.
well, no, not.
But
Well,
the
I'm
thing
just saying.
is, it's tough because, like, you know, they're a little different, but they're a little the same.
It's the same concept, right? But they do play differently.
It's like Onimusha's almost a little bit more Resident Evil-like.
Right. It started as a PS1 game.
Yeah.
It started as an RE clone.
Right, right.
And
So did DMC.
But Onimusha, I mean, I'm just saying.
Hey, I wouldn't say it was trash. Somebody said it was trash. I don't think Onimusha was a fun game for what it was.
No, it's cool.
But then
It's a good
DMC
game.
came along
Dude,
and it knocked it out the water.
And that's 100% because Steve's like, yo, Kenny, yo,
Yeah.
Onimusha. And he's like, oh shit. And we're like, yeah.
Yeah.
And then Devil
It's
May
what I
Cry.
wanted.
And then Steve just like,
It was over.
Never looked back.
Yeah, it was over.
Never
at
looked.
that
I
point.
remember Steve being excited for Onimusha.
What was the Onimusha with the French actor? That
Yeah,
was like
3.
That was 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's I never even played it because I was already knee deep in DMC at that point. So I never looked back. I never came back to
it's
Onimusha
almost,
after
you know
that.
what it is, Steve? It's almost literally like Devil May Cry. No, sorry. It's almost like Def Jam and Urban Reign, to be honest.
Yeah. One's just better than the other.
So you guys are both saying chop Onimusha.
Onimusha's gotta go, bro. It's gotta go. And this is 3 versus. If Max comes in and tries to defend it, it'll be 3 of us versus him. So he's probably
That's between these two.
right.
I
And
want to hear.
I
want to hear his.
I guarantee you, Max is not gonna defend Onimusha over DMC.
But he will defend it for top 10.
He will, but
He might say it's
it's top 10.
both. He might say both are top 10.
Onimusha top 10, chat?
I don't think. I don't really think so. I don't really think so.
Onimusha for top 10. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
What's going on here?
So
He
Steve
didn't
put 2
pick
of
one
your
of your games.
babies.
He picked 2 of your games.
I didn't pick 2 of his games. I'm saying one over the other because
And
it's
they're
just
both
like,
your game picks.
Because-
Are they like the same thing?
Yes.
pretty much. What? Which
Pretty
games?
Onimusha.
Versus Devil May Cry.
And versus Devil May Cry. One of them's gotta go. And you already know what the answer is.
Which one?
You should have that answer. I'm not gonna tell you. You should know the answer to that.
Bro, have you even played either of those games?
Oh,
I mean, you're acting like you don't know.
oh my god, we've already talked about it when you left.
So have you played them?
Well, no,
What?
Steve has played the shit out of him. Steve was
I
telling
played
me
the shit
about
out
it.
of both of them.
And then
Okay.
Steve's like, oh my god, Kenny, Onimusha
You
is
need to
like
create some arguments here, bro, instead of just guess.
No, I'm not saying
His
yes.
argument
I'm just
is
saying.
that Devil May Cry is better than Onimusha.
Obviously.
I could see an argument there. I'm trying to think of what makes Onimusha sort of special, even all the way up until 3.
The problem, here's the problem with Onimusha is that Onimusha's kind of special because it's like one of the first decent PS2 games.
And this doesn't play anything like Resident Evil at all.
No.
This game is
Neither
effectively like Resident Evil with samurai.
Right.
And
Chop
demons
chops.
and shit.
But when DMC came
But
out,
it was kind of slow.
yeah, when DMC came out, it knocked Onimusha out the water. It was just a better.
Steve saw
The thing is, I don't really see
Never
them
looked
as being
back.
the same thing, is what I'm trying to say. This is like a Resident Evil-like.
Definitely, and people could easily compare those two because a character with a sword that runs around and kills
Well,
fucking demons.
Here's the thing. No, but here's the thing.
It's
Bro,
like-
what?
And I'll understand with Steve because they almost had the same vibe. Like you said,
Yeah,
they
they
had the same
definitely
vibe.
did.
Like the castle, it was scary.
That's
like
true.
DMC 1
Definitely
was like
very
a
similar,
scary
dude.
thing, and it was kind of
Like those two games are
it was
very
like, but
similar.
it was like Resident Evil, but then like you're Resident Evil on steroids, and you're this fucking crazy
Yes.
guy.
It's
and
a
then you're
better
like,
version.
So here's the thing. I definitely think DMC is a better game than Onimusha, but there's no way I hold these games in the same exact category. Like one's like a free-roaming action game, and one is a tank control.
San Andreas is not
You don't
on
have
there.
a gun, you have a sword with puzzle solving.
But
and
they're
shit.
both
There's no
action
San
games.
Andreas.
They're
Vice
both action
City's
games.
on
Not all
We
action
don't
games
need
are
it.
the same.
Right, but
Like, come on.
the
Just because it's a Capcom game.
the scenario with the stagnant background and the characters go through different variations of levels with their sword attacking
Resident
demons,
Evil.
which is literally the same thing in DMC 1.
No,
dude.
DMC does not have stagnant
nobody's
backgrounds.
listening.
It's
Well, okay,
amazing
doesn't-
3D
okay.
environments.
Okay.
Get in here.
But it is fixed. It's fixed camera.
It's
Yes.
fixed camera, but it does not have
This
like
is fixed camera.
You
I
actually
think
do
this-
platforming in
when
this.
This
shit.
was
That is absolutely
CG
pre-rendered
background,
backgrounds.
pre-rendered.
Yeah, but what I'm
See?
saying is like DMC is like a platformer.
Right, it has platform.
It is like a full like 3D environment game. It doesn't have the
That's-
limitations that this has.
Exactly. That's why I say it's
See,
a
if
better
you say
version.
exactly, but what I'm trying to say is your argument is null and void. I agree in a completely different way that I think they're completely two different games. But yeah, Onimusha can be considered kind of mid in comparison to this, so I'm okay with it. What I'm saying is that your argument is not good. There are two totally different games.
Here's my
but you can
argument:
take away
is
Onimusha.
Onimusha top 10?
No, I don't think so.
Well, okay, then
There
let's,
you go.
then let's cut it.
Yeah. The argument was not sound. Saying like DMC and Onimusha are the same game? Like what?
I'm not saying they're the same game. I'm saying
same
one
style.
I'm saying one is a better game than the other. But I'm not saying they're the same game.
It's close.
But I'm saying their styles are very similar.
Sure.
There you go.
Kind of.
I mean,
Yeah.
in the
The
way
style-
that
it's
your
the
two,
style.
in the same way that your two NBA games are the same. I don't fucking believe it. I don't fucking believe it. That's insane. That was insane. I was like, what the fuck?
All right, when do I get to chop?
That's my turn now.
Max,
I haven't chopped yet.
Max got attacked twice.
I got attacked twice, motherfucker.
No, it just goes on attack and a, like attack
Maybe,
to attack.
yeah.
Wait, what was it? It was Simmons.
What did you have?
It was
Something you want to
Simmons, me,
attack?
Max.
You
I
know
don't
you want to go after.
Wait, no,
Remember, we're attacking the attackee.
well, the
Oh,
rotation
yeah.
was Simmons, me, Max, you.
No, there's no rotation, dude. We're doing the attackee.
Oh, okay.
Damn.
We've been hovering around that for a while. I'm gonna go with Time Splitters 2. And while I think it's good, and one of the better 4-player experiences on the system, as I recall, it kind of ends there, and to be real, I think I prefer other 4-player shooting games than Time Splitters 2.
No.
Just personally.
No, I disagree with everything you said. The only argument I'll hear for Time Splitters 2 is that it runs better on other systems.
It's a GameCube game.
You need a multi-tap and all this other
And I don't think we've ever even played it on PS2. I
No.
think we've only played it on GameCube.
GameCube.
So I don't even know what the fuck this looks like on PS2.
Shit is crazy,
Awesome,
bro.
man. It's got a level creator mode. You can create your own levels.
But if it dies here, it can live again on GameCube.
I will hard
I
stand
don't even
Time
think we've
Splitters
ever
2,
played that on PS2.
But I don't know about PS2 version. I will hard stand the game.
There's
There's
on
a-
GameCube, right?
It's on GameCube.
Yeah,
it's on
like,
Xbox.
you know what? Fine.
Wait, no, what I'm saying is we've only ever, I think, played it on
Okay, that's fine. I'll cross it out and I'll put it on the
It'll
GameCube.
live again.
All right,
some
Kenny,
other-
you were attacked, so you must attack.
I love CVS too.
Ooh.
Oh, it's one of the best fighting games ever made.
Right?
Yeah, no, for sure. But when it comes to PS2,
And Simmons, you said that was the best version of the game.
I
on
mean,
the
it's as good as the Dreamcast.
It's arguably one of the best versions of the game.
system. How about this?
Why?
If you had the choice to play CVS2 on PlayStation or play CVS2 on Dreamcast, what would you choose?
Whatever one was hooked up.
If they're both hooked up.
Then
Don't
it depends
matter.
on which controllers. It doesn't matter. They're like the same fucking game. And here's the thing: the Dreamcast version, outside of literal hacks, was only released in Japan. It never came out anywhere else. CVS2 did not come to America until PS2.
So it came out a little later.
Yeah, this is the first time people even knew this shit existed was PS2. It was a big deal when it came out because it was like, oh, CVS2's finally fucking out. Like, oh shit.
So in that case, I say it's pretty solid on the system, so I think it's
I don't think CVS2's moving right now.
Yeah, I think it's
moving
safe.
right now.
I don't think so.
Yeah. It's
All right, that was my game, so I'm attacking.
No, it's Kenny has to
Kenny
attack
has to
something
get
else. We have
something.
to get something out of here.
Yeah, Kenny has to get something.
Well, he said he's stuck, and I'm not.
Well, Kenny, are you that stuck?
yeah, let Simmons attack. That's fine.
Okay,
All right.
he skips his turn.
You're gonna hate me. You're all gonna hate me. You're gonna hate me too.
Uh-oh.
Twisted Metal Black.
I was just looking at that.
And the thing is that I get it. Like, it was like the last hurrah for the game. We've watched Kenny play this game like 4 times on random birthdays and whatever. And every time it is boring as fuck. He is driving around a brown flat world looking for
damn.
something to shoot.
It depends on the level.
Here's the thing.
He
I
has
have
a
a question.
family.
This isn't Twisted Metal Black Online, which was a different thing, right?
It's the same thing, but it was online.
Yeah, there was like a different game that came out online for the modem later and shit.
Yeah.
Right?
Like, I don't know, man. That shit ran buttery.
But like, it's effectively the culmination of what is a really specific genre from the PlayStation 1 era.
Yeah.
That sort of like died here.
Yeah,
and it's
I
like
mean,
the best
because-
way to describe that, where it's like, oh, it's like the best way to play Destruction Derby. You know, it's like, oh, those games sort of died in
A lot of
PS1.
people are like, hey, how come you didn't put Twisted Metal Black on the PlayStation? Like, they were good, but they ran like cheeks, and they were a thing that if you loved them, you loved them. But I'm like, they were.
But then it started really.
I
really
loved
good on
them, but
PS2.
like I could tell, I knew they were like, I mean,
It's a guilty pleasure game, is what
it's a
you
guilty
said.
pleasure.
All right.
It's good.
Are you cool with us taking it off?
Yeah.
You put it up there, man. It lasted a while.
For top 10, yeah.
That's fine.
Had a good run.
That's fine. I had a good run. I'm just gonna say we have 3 racing games up here right now, and the only one that seems to be sticking out, Steve, is Midnight Club. I know Dub Edition is one of the better Midnight Clubs on the system. I know it was comparable to Need for Speed Underground 2, I think is what it was. I didn't play those games a ton. I played them a little bit, and I'm like, oh, I get the vibe of these. I understand what they're going for. But fuck, like, GT4, I know is very good, and I played the fuck out of this game.
Explain this one.
I'm curious what makes Midnight Club, like, really good.
Yeah, or more specifically, what makes it, say, better than Gran Turismo 4?
It's the style. The style.
Yeah, it was the vibe of it,
the
right?
vibe, the style. Online.
It
It literally was the first Grand Theft
You
Auto.
remember that fucking Auto Modelista? Remember that fucking Capcom game that was all cel shaded?
looked gorgeous.
90s racing cars?
But it played like
and it
ass.
looked gorgeous, and I loved that shit. Like, Auto Modelista was this Capcom PS2 game. We played it online. It looked like it was going to be a lot of fun.
But it played
and I
like
loved the vibe of it, but it played like fucking cheeks.
No, no,
Midnight
it
Club
was
plays great.
I'm
You
saying
said
that was like another racing game in that era that like, ooh, this game's got a cool fucking vibe,
Yeah.
but I don't know if I really gel with the rest of it, you know?
You love
What
the
you're saying is
beta,
that this
didn't
game was
you?
vibe and mega fun?
Overall, everything was good. The problem is that even though it's not part of the system, Grand Theft Auto 5 did it better. Because that's literally what it was for me.
You mean the evolution of what that is? The
Yes.
customized wheels.
Yes, customized wheels, cars, and then you get to racing.
I fucking
they had
loved
drag
it.
racing and
Yeah,
stuff
the
like
drag
that.
racing was
Yep,
a lot of
that was
fun.
like,
Like, a lot,
yeah.
it's
Yeah, I think that was the game I remember drag
it's
racing.
an absolute banger, though, to be honest.
And fucking shit, the music.
Oh yeah. Was it licensed
Cars real
music?
big, cars real big, wheels real big.
Was it
Do
was it
real
original?
big. No, it was,
It was
Big
licensed.
Timers. It was Big Timers.
What was cool, they had a Nissan Sentra, and I had a Nissan Sentra at the time, and I got to like pimp out my Nissan Sentra in the game.
I love that,
to
man.
see what it would look like if I did it for real.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh shit, I could put these rims and this body kit and this thing. That's why I actually really loved Midnight Club.
Yeah, special place in my heart, but I mean, I can't compare it to, Gran Turismo or anything like that because I didn't really play
That's
those
fair.
games.
But you know the pedigree that like Burnout Revenge and GT.
Yeah, I know the pedigree of those. I like Burnout Revenge.
It's an absolute banger. It should this should be in top 15. It should that Midnight Club is
Yeah,
goated.
absolutely.
Because they made drag racing mode fun because you had to shift and you had to hit
Honestly,
in the right time.
what games had drag racing mode besides Midnight Club at the time?
Yeah, that was
it
pretty
was-
unique.
I think it was the
that
only
was
one.
like
Yeah.
street drag racing was pretty unique too.
Yeah, it was,
Either it was
Midnight
like Midnight Club or Need for Speed Underground, but I'm thinking of Midnight Club.
Hey, whoa. Here's the thing. I'll let the stuff about Time Splitters slide and we'll save that for whenever we get to Xbox or GameCube. But if we're talking about Midnight Club and all the misinformation that's being said here, nuh-uh. I'm gonna have to teach you a little something about Midnight Club. So here's the thing. I've played all 4 Midnight Club games. That includes the remix editions from Midnight Club 3 and Los Angeles. Not a single one of them has drag racing in it whatsoever. You can technically make a sprint race that emulates a drag race, but it's not really one. If you're talking about official, like an actual drag racing mode that's in it, the first game that actually did it was Need for Speed Underground. And they did it again in Underground 2. Alright, now that should clear the air of which street racing game did drag racing first. But before I go, let's talk about why I'm actually be playing Yakuza 0 again. Alright, here's this, here, I've got my notes in here, alright?
Yeah,
That's cool. It was a cool mode.
Project Gotham Racing and Tokyo Street Racer fall into that or no?
Need for Speed
I don't think it
Underground.
was drag racing.
No, it was just.
It was just specifically, I think it was just street racing.
Just street racing.
There's a lot of versions of those games I didn't play.
Okay.
But again, it's like we have a very big list. Are you cool with us
Juice.
taking
Oh,
it down,
God.
Steve?
I can't defend it against Burnout Revenge and Gran. So if you guys do it against like, oh, does Midnight Club beat out Burnout Revenge? No. Does Midnight Club beat out Gran Turismo?
You don't know.
I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
So
Okay, that's fair.
but it's such a damn good game.
Oh yeah, Need for Speed Underground was a banger too.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, I know.
and that's what I mean. I get these two games mixed up. 'Cause
Yeah,
they have very similar
they're
vibes.
very- yeah.
Steve, do you have anything you want to look at this and go because you just got attacked.
What is SH2? What is that?
Silent Hill 2.
2.
It just got a multi-million-dollar remaster because it's Silent Hill 2.
I haven't played it, so
I know.
I can't really debate it. But I can debate Shadow of the Colossus. I think it's a great game, but is it gonna make top 10? I don't think so.
Absolutely.
And me and Simmons will deadlock you on that one.
You think?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Is anything else coming to mind? Because you're gonna get some.
I'm not a fan of Jack and Daxter. I'm not.
And I will say I'm kind of curious on that one. Why the first one over the second, Simmons, or the
Okay,
third?
so the second one, and even the third to an extent. Third was a kind of a correction of two. One is a pure platformer.
Does the next one get a collectathon-y?
So well, the first, you could argue the first one is a collectathon. Is part two is when man-child Jason Rubin decided that a pure platformer is outdated game design. He wanted to turn it into Grand Theft Auto. So 2 is a Grand Theft Auto game with platform
semi-open
mechanics.
world, like sandbox.
You're in a dense, ugly city, and you have platforming mechanics in it, and you get guns and you shoot things and steal cars, and that's Jak 2. And Jak 2 has like one of the most annoying cop systems in a video game ever. Jak 3 is like Road Warrior, where it's like they stick it in a desert with buggies.
They make Jak but edgy.
Yeah, it's super edgy. This was like a charming 3D platformer, and then the second game is Jak is captured and he's tortured for years, and then he starts to speak, he starts swearing, and he gets guns.
This is the equivalent of turning like Banjo-Kazooie into Conker's Bad Fur Day.
Right, yeah.
Okay, that's pretty crazy.
Right.
Without making it a new thing. They should have just made a new thing.
Yeah, exactly. But again, like they just like good Jak 2's got to have guns and swearing. And
Everyone in the chat is saying, "Yup, yeah, you're not wrong."
Well, here's the thing. A lot of people in the chat are saying,
But a lot of people love it because at that point, like you have to. What I have to agree why people think that way. And yes, as a kid, you want the things you like to be taken more seriously. Yeah. And when they get relatively more edgy, they teeter a line that makes them less kid friendly and more, I think, acceptable to their peers and friends. Which is why GTA 3 blew up in this PS2 era. Sorry. Because it was like, oh, this is the edgy, cool game. In the same way, GTA 3 and effectively like games like Jak 2 are kind of like the Mortal Kombat of the early 90s to us. Yeah. Because Mortal Kombat was this edgy thing that like, oh, you're not supposed to play that because it's fucking... And that's exactly what they're trying to go for. Yeah. And this, so I can see why you stop hard.
Yeah, because like one has color and Jak 2 doesn't, and Jak 3 is brown. It's Naughty Dog taking all their years of Crash Bandicoot and taking him out of the aisle, putting him into an open field.
So how about like
here's the thing. I will concede it only on two regards.
Okay.
Number one, it's not the best 3D platformer ever.
It's like an early PS2. It's like an early dev at this even.
I'm just saying Banjo-Kazooie and Mario 64 are just better games.
And
period. And they're older.
Okay, so Sly didn't make it up here, and Ratchet and Clank didn't make it up here, and I never played any of these fucking effectively like family-friendly Mario likes. Right. Because that's what they felt like to me. They all felt like, oh, they're just Nintendo likes is what they're doing around this time frame because they're trying to establish, we need a new Crash Bandicoot.
And the other thing about Jak is the fact that the music fucking sucks. It's another Mark Mothersbaugh. It's my top 10, but I can let it go.
All right. Yeah, and the only problem is that from this room's perspective, I'd be surprised if either of you guys played it.
I've beaten it multiple times.
So you have experience. You have enough experience to be like, it'd probably make your top 10. I remember trying it. I remember it feeling like shit.
Damn.
I would put it top 3. But
top 3, really?
I'm sorry, not top 3. Jesus Christ.
Oh fuck.
Jesus Christ, no. I would put it in my top 10.
Okay.
But it can go.
Fair.
All right.
It was a good talk. It was a good talk. I had no idea why you would pick that over what seemingly.
It's my favorite Naughty Dog game they've ever made.
There you go.
Dragon Dash. Simmons, you're up.
I'm gonna say Zone of the Enders 2.
Okay. Let me hear your reasons.
Not quite top 10. The game's ending is just you literally just run away. Or is that the first one?
That's the first one.
That's the first one. First one. You do that.
First one is like it ends super abruptly. We actually beat it on stream. Steve beat it.
Two's great, but holy God, like that intro is.
Yeah. The snow intro. Yeah.
It takes a little while to really get going.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna argue the pacing's a little rough. It's not like straight to the point.
It's 10 times better than the first one, though.
It has 10 times better than the first one. 100% better, 10 times better than the first one. It doesn't have that sort of like you're right in the action right away, like Star Fox, Panzer Dragoon.
It takes like an hour and a half.
Yeah, it takes a little.
When he finally gets in the fucking Ava, like it is pretty sick.
Right.
You know what my problem was with the game? it wasn't the original character. It was like
It wasn't the kid. He comes back.
yeah, he comes back, but why the hell did they go from him to what was the guy's name? A kangaroo guy? Like,
Yeah, it was like Dango Jack.
Dango Jack.
Crocodile Dundee.
I was like, who the fuck is this?
I do
Dingo.
love what they did. Dingo, yeah. I do love what they did with the kid. How he's piloting like an old jet.
He's piloting Gradius.
Yeah, the Gradius
Vic Viper.
jet
Yeah.
from the fucking shooting shmup games. He's piloting that shit to come help
piloting
you.
one of Konami's
I'm
most
like, that's so
famous ships.
fucking cool, dude.
Why not focus on him again in the sequel?
Play the game, listen to the
Yeah.
story, find out, and fuck that kid anyways. He's just a Shinji Ikari
Yeah,
stand-in.
the first game really tries to be Evangelion. Like, obviously, Kojima's a very inspired individual, and it's clear what they were fucking going for with the first one. And the first one is like, once again, a neat idea, but it's not that fun to play. Zoe 2 is an actual proper action game robot. Free roam shooter with like cool set pieces and all this fucking shit and animated cutscenes that look way better and all this shit. So, I mean, anybody else play Zoe 2 outside of me and Simmons? Steve, did you play it or beat it?
Obviously, that's why I know about Dango, the Django.
Django?
Yeah.
So
Any experience?
It's like a rent.
Would you cut it from top 10?
Yes, it's top 15.
I attacked it.
Yeah, okay.
What about
That's
you,
fair.
Kenny? Yeah.
I think
Steve's
it's
gotta go.
genuinely.
It's
I
a top
think
50.
I definitely have some really good memories of Zoe 2. Not as much Zoe 1.
Yeah.
And that might make it into my personal top 10, but I'd really have to think on
It
my
might
PlayStation
make
2
my
list.
it might make my top 10 because
But the problem is this list is already very difficult.
Max, you're up.
I played this game probably as much as the accompanying party that put it on this list.
He's got.
Looking at
What game do you think I'm looking at, Steve?
I don't care. I know you're one of mine.
Well, Steve, what game is it?
It's so calm.
Yeah, I think it's Socom 2. And you know it is.
This battle is about to explode.
Because it is fucking revolutionary and at the time, like, quite good and stuff like that. But ultimately, it's like, SOCOM 2 was way better SOCOM 1, but ultimately, we knew this shit was whack. Like, we played PC games,
Okay.
and we knew we had multiplayer experiences that were on PC, and we had played those, and they're so much fucking better. This was like, okay, so if you just ignore all that shit exists, and we play this is amazing. By itself, it's really good. But
Explain whack.
in a bubble.
Explain whack.
like just the way the entire game like functioned and worked, the lobby system, how players play each other, like the matchmaking was all fucking weird. When on PC, like that was already established and figured out, and they were sort of like locked to hardware. We need a multiplayer game for our modem, you know, that works on the system. So we have to create these things, and that's why Zipper's awesome because they did it. You actually created,
mother's terrible.
made it fucking work. You know what I mean?
The list is great.
My only argument is that SOCOM 2 I have fond memories of because it actually had respawning. Thank fucking God. Frostfire respawn.
You know what's so funny?
It's one of my favorite things.
Me and
Respawning is
Steve,
not-
didn't like respawn mode.
Then I don't know why you guys don't like
Great.
SOCOM 1 just as much.
SOCOM 1 wasn't that good.
No.
Yeah, well, I mean, there was definitely
Yeah.
improvements, you
Yeah.
know. But to me, I got that.
And if
that,
you look at SOCOM 1, it was just a tech demo.
I got that search and destroy, like, you know, experience from SOCOM 1 that I actually played more than SOCOM 2.
No.
Right.
But to be real, the one I put the most time into was SOCOM 3.
Yeah, and SOCOM
Because
3
of the maps.
SOCOM 3 is solid, but driving around in that game.
I didn't do any of the driving. I played none of the driving maps.
Okay.
I hated the fucking cars and shit.
Well,
Yeah.
then you missed out on a large
here's
part
the
of
thing.
experience of that game.
Did any of us play the single player to this shit?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Yeah, I tried. It's not good. You are not buying this shit for like
The single player.
anything else than playing online with your homies.
Yeah,
but
you're not playing that
I
game
do
with
have in the same way like Steve looks at SOCOM the same way that me and Simmons look at PSO.
Oh,
Where you
that's
are
fair.
getting together with your homies, you're pressing square to talk, you're doing all this shit, and you're
Yep.
dude. I had legit groups of
Yep.
friends, me and Noe and shit. Simmons knows this. He was also playing there too. I had squads that we were playing with.
I still remember my
DFL.
I still
Your clan came from this
I
shit.
still remember my
DFL.
DFL.
For life.
Yeah, Dawns for Life was one of them. That was the dude who left. He went over to the Black Dragon clan, and there were a bunch of dudes that actually taught me Tagalog.
Yes.
They're freaking awesome.
And what I argue is that we effectively had lifelong experiences and friends maybe that came from as a result of like this and Phantasy Star Online.
Yeah.
My only defense is that I don't think this plays great nowadays. And it's kind of rough.
That's where I'm getting at here is that we introduced you two to PSO late in life and you got hooked. We played this during COVID and it
And I got some great memories.
It fucking sucked.
I wouldn't necessarily say I got hooked. I said I liked it. I thought it
Right.
was decent.
And that's the
I'm
thing
not-
is that PSO still.
We went back and played SOCOM 2 and it was
and
not
here's
good
the thing,
in
I
any way.
love it because me and Steve are SOCOM fucking fiends. I think it was Steve that showed me, or
Yeah,
one of my other
just
friends
introduced
showed
it-
me.
introduced
like
it
you
to
know, like it was me and this other guy Chris at work when I used to work at Buca Beppo.
yeah.
But the thing is too, like I could admit that it doesn't play that good. Like Burnout, Revenge, Tekken, Vice City, Gran Turismo, DMC.
This game, like, brought
Virtual
people to-
Fighter,
and
Def
here's-
Jam,
and here's the other thing,
They
like,
all still play fucking
In my
amazing.
argument, there's another game on this list that provided the exact same experience that you're talking about, and it was for me FF11, which was also like a pioneering MMO on the system,
fuck.
communication, all that kind of shit, made a way for English players to talk to Japanese players. Like, I learned how to play Japanese because of the fucking game. What we were kind of remember from this shit is the camaraderie. And while is FF11 a good game in itself? Fuck, bro. It fucking made people lose their lives because it acquired everything. So that's
My only problem with this whole argument is the fact that I don't know if my chat remembers, but there was a drunken guy that we played it on a PC version of the game, and it played fine. The argument that the game, you don't remember how bad it played.
Here's one thing I'm going to make a point of that you're saying. Every time you talk about this game, you're talking about individuals. You're talking about people.
Okay.
And not as much the game. You just said, I played this game with a drunken guy.
Yeah.
And that's what you remembered.
Ah, shit, they blew through that door up there.
Yeah, they could actually jump.
Got him.
Those are hostages! Oh shit, I just nuked the hostages.
How do you reload?
Hostages.
R3.
You don't get this communication anymore in video games.
Gone.
It's gone.
Gone.
Like in COD, it's just like, you know, people listening to music and people saying like.
And this is the thing that blows my fucking brains
COD,
is that
like
you got.
Socom was one of the last games where like people were like, okay, you know, like if you didn't have a mic, you were fucking weird.
No, it wasn't even.
Want to play with
it wasn't
you.
even one of the last games, dude. It was the game. It came with a microphone.
So the argument that the system was weird because it was limited to the hardware on the system made the game better than some of the newer games that are out now.
Yeah, but
and I say that because when you play Call of Duty with your friends, all you're gonna do is hear them bitch about, oh my god, I got shot over here, all this bullshit like that. There's no camaraderie anymore.
But dude, that's
even
a
on
nostalgia thing.
Well, no, not even because the game is designed to for players to actually communicate and work together as
And
a
to
team
make a plan.
and make a plan and actually figure something like
But it does
that.
exist now. It's just not Call of Duty.
Regular Call of Duty though, like nobody
does that.
Yeah,
Even in
I
such
know.
a
It's not
No. That, if you're
destroy.
looking for that experience, that's
The only
Rainbow Six.
Six. I was just about to say it. The only thing that's close to that.
Okay,
the only thing
Siege.
close to that is Rainbow Six, and
And that
holy
game is
shit.
insanely popular.
It's very popular, but holy shit, is it fucking boring to watch. I'm sorry. I love Rainbow Six. It's a cool game and everything like that, but it is boring to fucking watch.
Okay, Valorant. Okay, I mean,
Call of
that's fair. That's
Duty-
fair.
CS.
You say to cut it? What do you say, Kenny?
For top 10, I would say 10, but to cut it now is definitely not fair.
Yeah, and here's my argument in this perspective. In this time frame, dude, Halo 2 existed.
It was a little.
I think it was a
after.
little bit after.
Really?
Like,
It was 2004. What year did SOCOM 2 come out?
SOCOM 2 might have been 03.
If you take away the bad latency in the game and you just compare it to all the good games,
Just to confirm, and that's because the PS2's modem was balls.
right.
The Xbox also shipped with the modem, and so did the Dreamcast. They were actually
way better. Way better.
Like-
That's just that. And Tekken 5, fucking online on that system was a fucking nightmare.
Tekken 5 wasn't online.
Oh well, it was on. It was 3
That's
actually,
PS3, yeah.
and that was still fucking bad.
Dark Resurrection.
Yeah, that was still fucking bad.
yeah.
Regardless,
Alright, so to speed this along, I'll say you can cut this. We'll save it for arcade someday.
Yeah, arcade for sure.
Someday. I think we should.
But I mean, look, Max, we have Virtual Fighter 4 Evo, and
we have 3 fighting
and we have
games. I get
Tekken
you.
5.
I get you. So here's the thing,
I
Simmons.
think
If you can consent for us moving on to take off CVS2 for now, I'm down with it. But I have an argument in a different direction because it is another online game, and it's Outbreak 2.
are we taking out CBS 2?
I think you just did it, Simmons.
Alright, cut it.
So who is defending CBS 2?
Me.
Well, then it goes to you.
And Simmons was willing to concede
Okay, so we can see.
to move forward.
I'm conceding CVS 2 to move forward. And I'm going to sit here and say, between Outbreak
Don't fucking do it, bro!
SOCOM 2.
Look at this guy, bro! Chat, do you see this shit?
Steve, you literally made us do it to our games. You just literally made me do it to our
Which is a better game? Which is a better experience? Which is the more defining? Between SOCOM 2 and Outbreak, which defines?
Which kid you like better?
Alright, dude, what the fuck?
Because one game was all about communication, the other game is bullshit.
Oh,
The other game is
there was no communication.
The other game is use your goddamn phone.
The lack of
My
communication.
heart.
Like, call your friend. Call your friend because this is bullshit trying to communicate.
That was awesome. That was like the best part about it.
The dumbest
no,
fucking part.
it was
The
not.
lack of communication was the best part?
Because it was scary when you were in
No,
an area.
it wasn't. It was frustrating as fuck.
No. When you're in an area that you didn't know and you're alone, that's the exact feel that they wanted you to feel in that game. That is the fucking fear. They put
That's
that
not
fear in
fear,
there.
that's
That is the fucking
That's
fear.
stupid.
No, it is not stupid.
It's stupid because it
you
never
couldn't
got
commit with that. They did not want
Well,
you to
here's the
fucking.
thing.
I will
It
say
should've had-
person- I will
if they
say-
had proximity chat, then yes.
I will say personally, I definitely would grade or sign to SOCOM 2.
You're saying SOCOM 2 is better.
I would definitely, yes. I put way more fucking, like, this
Also have-
shit I have a solid, like, 400 to 500 hours in just SOCOM 2, and I played that one the least. And I've tried.
Hold on. Why are we comparing those two?
Because they're
both defining
I
online.
compare Onimusha to DMC. That makes sense. But these two, those are very different
These are
games.
literally online games. These are literally online shooting games. What do you
Online
want?
games, yeah.
It's more of a puzzle type of. It's a survival horror, not a shooter.
Steve, you know you're reaching in the same way that you were
I'm
trying
gonna
to
reach up your ass in a second.
I'm just using your logic against you. You have to pick between the two. And you know it's SOCOM 2, my dude.
Because here's the thing.
Because we need to get moving.
Here's the thing. If you actually play Outbreak all the way through, past all the missions, and then try to do like the final shit, it's got some bullshit bosses. But that is like almost.
That you have to call your friends.
Holy fuck! Get on the phone. It ain't happening as is. They're not like Outbreak 2 is better designed than 1. But like, holy fuck! There's some scenarios that are just like
You have to
they're
have-
just not good.
You have to like.
You have to know where everybody is.
Yeah.
You actually have to have communication.
Dude, like if Resident Evil remade it and they had proximity chat, but then you could find a walkie-talkie or
Right.
somebody, like somebody came with a walkie, like that shit would be
Like
fun.
if it was like third person, like
Yeah.
the way RE2
Here's the thing, Steve.
remake
We
it,
know
RE4
we know that you know it's SOCOM.
SOCOM's better. Yeah, take out Outbreak.
Let's just scratch it out. Just do it, Summers.
No.
We have to fucking move on.
Unbelievable. Do you hear these guys chat? You hear them?
It's 10. It's definitely top 10 in your heart, but it ain't top 10 on the list.
And here's the thing. You know what you just did? If you were to venomously argue that where we don't get to a conclusion, you might have denied SOCOM 2 from even making top 10.
I know.
And that's the thing. Is that if you concede some things that
if you
It's my turn. I'm gonna fuck some of you guys.
that's the dude. You have to pick your battles in these debates.
There's two
because-
racing games. One of them's gotta go.
Nope.
See, I had to kick the door 40 times before Kenny used his lockpick.
Jesus.
World's strongest door. I kicked this door so
I was
goddamn
trying
much.
to use it.
This is dramatic. Why was it airborne?
It said fragile lock. It's the most,
A very fragile lock.
It's very
80
fragile.
kicks later. Holy mother of God!
Here's the thing.
All right,
There's two
all right,
racing
all right.
games.
So here's the thing.
Here we go,
Here's
bro.
the thing.
Yeah, all right, here we go.
Let's go. I
Let's
have an argument.
Here we go.
I have an argument for one of the two
I'm waiting
racing
too.
games, and it's this one. My argument for Burnout Revenge,
Okay.
being axed,
No.
is that it is fucking 10 times better on Xbox 360.
Is it 10 times better?
Dude, it's way more feature rich. It runs fucking blistering 60 FPS. It was one of the premier 1080p games.
Well, what if you changed it to 3?
I never played Burnout 3.
What? You played a lot of Burnout 3.
I probably have some, but
Well,
I
we
don't
can
have
have it 3.
Revenge was the first Burnout game where I was like, fuck, dude.
Well,
and then I
Burnout
remember
3.
trying it back on PS2 and I was like, oh, this is okay. And then when it eventually came out on like Xbox 360, it was like, oh, let me check out the Xbox version. Fuck, like this shit is mind-blowing how much better it is.
I'd
Like,
say then we put 3, I guess, because like 3 was the first one to show up on the PlayStation.
So
you're
if you
changing
put Burnout 3 specifically, which is a totally different game, I have no argument. I just did not play enough of it. This is the only Burnout game I played a fuckload of.
And you said that this one was on the 360.
This one is an Xbox 360 game, and goddamn, it's arguably one of the best 360 games. And it came out at the end of the PS2 life
Burnout 3
cycle.
is PS2, Xbox, but it is arguably better on Xbox. than
So
PS2.
both of them are better on different systems.
Like I would argue Burnout.
Yes.
Here's my only argument is like if we eventually get to Xbox 360, which is a tough list.
But we're not, because they're not saying, well, this list isn't like the best
That's what I'm saying.
These are the arguments we have used in the past for
they've been
previous
using it
things.
constantly.
We have used this.
But
And all I'm going to argue
So
is that
PS2 is gone.
this came out here, but this was also
Oh, no,
an end of
PS2,
life
sorry.
cycle.
Doesn't deserve.
It was an end of life cycle PlayStation 2 game, and within I think a comparable amount of time, they massively upgraded this shit on the next console, which was not even PS3. I don't even know if it came out on PS3. It was on Xbox.
Revenge or 3, the argument would boil down to the fact
Different
that
gen though.
Xbox
Regardless,
Xbox One ran 3 better than the PS2 did, and Revenge, the 360 ran it better than the PS2 did, obviously. The argument, your boiled argument is that Burnout 3 or Revenge were better on other systems. My argument is that I think it's one of the most fun games on the system, period.
100%. I don't disagree.
This game requires hundreds of dollars of extra peripherals to actually be any fun to play. You need a proper chair, pedal, steering wheel, and something to holster all that shit on there.
Not really.
For GT4 to be fun to play. It's an amazing experience with the Logitech racing wheel, pedals, and a proper chair and table.
So here's
On its own,
and here's my
the
take
grind,
on Gran
the
Turismo.
grind.
My experience with this series stops on PS1.
Didn't you use the pedal, Kenny? You did. You did. So answer this. Was it a better experience on the pedal or using it?
Oh, dude, GT is greatly amplified with the pedal.
Simmons is not wrong.
And it's like the same. That could be the same argument for fighting games with arcade sticks and shit.
and stuff like that. Yeah.
But I don't think that's an entirely good argument.
That is my only
Like
argument.
then you could say like CBS2, you need a $150 fight.
True,
stick.
and then guess what? It's already gone.
Fucking High School of the Dead is amazing. You guys are missing out. Same thing with Tron Upright. You guys are missing out.
Yeah, Max, just type in
it a
High School of the
series?
Dead GIF. You tell me what you
It's not an ongoing
It's the
series.
one of the bullet going through the tits.
That's what. Okay, once again, I came
That
for the
happens
tits.
all the time.
I came for the tits and I stayed for the story. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. The way they put the character, the plot was fucking great, and the way they put the really.
Fuck, bro, this is getting tough. This is getting really tough.
Like Burnout Revenge, or Burnout, this is Burnout, like 3 years.
Here's the
Revenge.
thing, Kenny.
Like,
I expect to be defending this more, but
My argument is that, if we're gonna be sitting here picking between 2 racing games to be on this list, oh dude, Burnout's fucking winning 100%. But I have an argument for Burnout that it belongs
Here's
in a
the thing,
better spot.
I'm not gonna fucking let you guys touch fucking Gran Turismo. We'll put this on Xbox. Fuck every one of you. Fuck you. Fuck all of you guys.
I said
I said fuck you. I don't give a fuck. It's arguably the greatest racing game of all fucking time. Like arcade racer, the greatest arcade racer of all fucking time.
Kenny is picking his battle.
But I will not let this not be in top 10. I will not let it be in top 3. It is not even a fucking racing, it is a love letter to cars. This is not going anywhere, but fuck you guys for trying to put these two to get against each other. It's the greatest arcade racer. Yeah.
and the thing is,
I can't even believe that you would try to fucking knock this out. I can't even believe you guys.
I can't even believe.
because
I don't give a fuck.
we
Here's the thing,
killed
Kenny.
so many other games.
Here's the thing,
for,
Kenny.
For the exact
I'm gonna agree
reason.
with you. I say we keep this one.
Yeah, but this is not leaving.
Well, I said
I'm not fucking leaving. There's no fucking 721 cars, 51 tracks, 51 race courses. This is not going anywhere. I will fucking literally fight you guys. But the fact that you guys put these two against each other is fucking mind-blowing.
You did it when you made them your first 2 picks.
No, they can be on the top 10 list.
Kenny.
That's
It
Steve's
doesn't
argument.
matter. Because then you know what? Then fucking Virtual Fighter's got to go against Tekken 5.
It will.
And then
It
get the
will.
fuck
I already
out of
know.
here.
I already know that's
But
happening.
I think these two can survive because they're both great.
I know, but I am Woody, like awaiting the dawn of Toy Story 3, where Andy grows up and walks away. Like I know the inevitable's happening.
Here's the problem, Kenny. Is that Max, Simmons, and me have already agreed that Burnout, Revenge, probably.
We already kind of painted ourselves into a corner because we knocked all these other games out, like Final Fantasy 11 and CVS 2.
Yeah, you motherfuckers, the bumper games.
And Time Splitters 2 and Beyond Good and Evil.
This is how democracy works, Kenny.
This
is how democracy works.
We all admitted that we're knocking these off because there's better versions, like Max Payne 2 on other systems.
Kenny.
We kind of have to do the same.
No, we don't.
Here's the thing.
No, we don't. It makes no sense.
I will propose an argument.
No no sense.
Kenny, my dude, is Dark Cloud 2 better than Gran Turismo 4 Burnout?
Let's go!
Fuck it.
Wow!
Take my shit out.
I sacrificed Bro County!
Kenny eliminated one of his own fucking
I'm
games.
on my own.
It's you're up now.
Here, okay.
Where are we at?
Was
I went after Kenny with this.
yes,
And so he decided to sacrifice his own
Kenny
shit.
got venomous. And here's the thing: none of us. I don't think here. Simmons is very anti-GT, so I get it. What Kenny proposes for this is like, okay, I completely understand where he's coming from. Yeah, it should probably be top 10. I get that, but at the same point, like we have to move forward. And I think there's an argument that GT4 could be up there, but like with personal experience in mind, Burnout like is
It's just more fun.
It's more
Well,
fucking
here's the
fun.
thing, It's Madden to NFL Blitz.
Yes, exactly.
Okay?
Sure.
And Blitz is gonna win.
Yeah,
like,
no,
every
Blitz,
fucking
like
time.
for sure, but like you
For
know, like,
us.
And I have proposing another argument
Yeah.
here. And here's the thing. Fuck Simmons. He's not here. I'm going to lean to you guys in terms of just getting this forward and looking at the other stuff that you'd prefer to champion on this list. And right now, I'm hovering Shaolin Monks. Because Shaolin Monks, while it is fucking great and one of the best co-op games on the PlayStation 2, and we've all fucking played it, and we know it's good, I don't think it's top 10 worthy.
This motherfucker don't.
I'm literally asking you
He's
guys.
being real, like, yeah.
I'm being real and asking you guys. Do you think would you
I think it's
prefer
my pick. It's not even your pick. You didn't even put it up there.
I would have
to like defend Shaolin Monks over some of the other shit that's up here?
Kingdom Hearts.
And me and Kenny,
Kingdom Hearts is a PlayStation 2 defining game.
It's a defining game.
It's a defining game.
And I know you want to get rid of Kingdom Hearts. I'm saying,
And
like,
I-
there's a lot of other stuff up here that is.
And here's the thing, I love Shaolin Monks, underrated gem on the on
Yes.
this thing.
No game like it.
No, I mean
There's no game like it.
it's basically two-player God of War.
Was
two-player God
Was
of
this
War.
game on any other system?
No.
It's a PlayStation 2 only
Yeah.
game. And they've been ported to things like in the future, like way down the line, right? Some
And this
some
one
of these.
hasn't.
This one is still locked to this system.
Right.
That is
On
definitely,
Xbox?
That is. Oh, it is on Xbox. Never mind.
Does it play better on Xbox?
I don't know.
It likely
It's the
would,
same.
because most games that were on both systems, the Xbox had way better hardware.
Shit.
That might actually be a top 10
That
Xbox
would
game,
fuck
almost
it.
no problem.
You know
That
what?
would fuck it so hard.
Yeah, I'm with it.
No, that would fuck it.
Oh, you mean, yeah.
On
yeah.
Xbox, you know what? You're not wrong.
Simmons, our argument, we were looking at other shit and like where our defense should go, and I proposed Shaolin Monks, and we came to the idea it's on Xbox.
It is.
And probably ran better, and I think we played the
Probably
Xbox
did.
version.
So none of us actually played it on Xbox. Every time
I think we did.
Every time we played
did
it,
so
on the
many
dank-
times.
on the dank box.
Because guess what? It's so much easier to do multiplayer shit just in general on Xbox.
Because you don't have to do the multi-tap.
Because we don't have to do the multi-tap.
But
I know
it's
it's
only
two. I know it's two
two-player.
players, but like.
We did it on the dank box. Cause
Yes.
the one that
And here's the thing: on Xbox,
So why
That
is he
has
so
a
okay
chance.
with doing that for Shaolin Monks and he's like won't do the same for Burnout?
No, we just came to this epiphany. That's all.
we came to like an epiphany of like.
doesn't
I
even
promoted.
use the thing.
Forgot about
I
it.
was just promoting like in terms of where our defense is going, that Shaolin Monks like might not be completely top 10.
I remember like just at E3
The only reason-
seeing Burnout 3 or you were like it's just Burnout.
And here's the thing,
Burnout 3.
and the proposition is that this probably makes top 10 Xbox.
If it was Max, if this was Sony exclusive, I would have fought you.
Dude, I literally
it's
agree with you.
Xbox. Yeah.
And like, oh, it's on PlayStation. I'm like, that's a good argument.
It's a defining fucking.
But it's not just on PlayStation.
Okay, so then I agree.
Let's just take it off.
I'm with Max then. Simmons, what say you?
Mortal Kombat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's the thing.
That one's actually really hard because like it is a really really good.
There's no other Mortal
game.
Kombat's on PS2. Oh.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We got rid of 5. We got rid of 5 games.
Rid of Kingdom Hearts.
Fucking high five. That's what I'm talking about.
Look,
Let's go.
Look,
Let's go.
Right. Look, I get it. Vibes.
Woo.
Vibes.
Woo.
Music.
That game-
Great.
I don't think that game particularly
Hell
played
yeah.
bad when it first came out.
It's not. It never really
like,
played
Sims-
bad,
Sims-
but like I'm
Your
saying,
mother's ugly, Chad.
there is definitely games that
Your mother.
played better. Like if you want to argue playstyle, 2 absolutely plays better than 1.
Well, and so here's the thing.
Just from camera alone.
I promoted that argument as well with Devil May Cry.
Vibes aside.
But here's the thing. Vibes doesn't just like feel, it's like newness.
Sure.
Like, dude, the idea of fucking you're mixing Disney and Final Fantasy, that's crazy.
You don't mix, you mix Final Fantasy in Hollow Bastion, not Hollow Bastion, Traverse Town, and the arena, and the Colosseum.
Right.
Final Fantasy doesn't really exist in the game outside of that.
It doesn't, but ultimately it is built into its world. It's an integral part of the world.
Sure, it's cool.
You're going to Disney World.
It's cool.
I
And Destiny on it. The intro is a little slow. Not as slow as 2, but it's slow.
Yeah, but the intro makes sense for you introducing a totally new concept.
Alice in Wonderland is a butt level design. Tarzan is a butt level design.
So
most of the level designs in that game are not great.
So is the aerial place.
Right. Yeah, so is Atlantica.
Some places
the gummy ship in part 1 sucks.
But to be honest, it specifically echoes level design in the time frame.
I
there
feel
was
like
only one
this game is sitting on here because of presentation.
I don't know if I agree with that. So I don't think it's just presentation alone. Like the game was good. Like this to me, this was like, oh, this is Final Fantasy moving into an action direction.
And this is my favorite of the series.
Yeah, I get it.
It is, but like, it's also,
Kenny said that this game came out on another system way later. Does it play better on that other system?
Sure.
Yeah, but it's like so far down the line.
Yeah, it's like
it's in like a collection.
Generation.
It'd be like us saying the Marvel vs. Capcom collection is the best Marvel vs. Capcom game.
Right.
And it's not a Dreamcast game anymore.
It came out like compilations later on.
So it's not really comparable.
So Max, do you want to fight? Do you want to keep it in top 10?
Because I would say I would compare it to Final Fantasy. Which one would you keep?
They don't. They don't really play the same. They don't really play the same, but
RPGs.
I mean, we could.
This one's a turn-based RPG. This is like an action.
If I'm gonna make an argument against Final Fantasy X, my argument is just basically has nothing to do with Kingdom Hearts. I can't really compare them. All I can say for Final Fantasy X is it's not the best Final Fantasy.
Dude, it's arguably like top 3.
No. Are we including tactics?
No, mainline.
Okay, numbered?
Like honestly, I think it's like 7, 6.
Numbered,
10.
it's probably in 5.
Yeah.
Top 5, roughly.
Look at something and see. Do you not think that should be in top 10?
Well, the only thing that shouldn't be in top 10 is because we've made the argument. Burnout Revenge. Or 3.
I think that there's too many card games.
Should not be in
there's
top 10.
There's too many racing games. There's too many
if we're gonna kill games, if we're gonna kill games like CVS 2, and we're gonna kill games like 11, and we're gonna kill games like Max Payne 2, because they're better on other systems and Time Splitters 2.
But we're talking about the best of the PS2. We're not talking about like the best of whatever.
We confirmed that Burnout is also better on another system.
Look, if I'm talking about what do I think is the most
we're all
fun
picking
here,
Burnout straight up.
If I think it was all the most fun here, I would pick a lot of these games that we've already gutted, and I would put them back if we're talking just straight fun.
Yeah, we would all pick Burnout Revenge straight up. We all think it's arguably, even Kenny agrees, a more fun game.
Yes.
But like, taking Gran Turismo and not having it make a top 10 is disrespectful. So I think in that way...
No, Simmons. No, fuck off.
Kenny, Simmons, please.
Simmons, like,
here's the thing.
Every time I talk about
that shit is disrespectful. Like, the amount of fucking love, care, and attention put into this shit.
Here's the thing.
You're just talking
he likes to break balls.
You
can't break Simmons balls because he gets mad.
All right.
Out of all these games, one of these games can actually make you a real race car driver.
It's
fucking the truth.
That's
like,
fine,
can you play Kingdom Hearts and become a fucking fantasy man? You can play this.
I can try.
You can play this. You can play this, and it's so fucking close to the real shit that you can be a real racer.
I think it's 3 versus 1.
I think if we're being fair to every other game we've killed,
bro, it's 3v1 games to go after that.
It's 3v1. It's done.
We have so many fucking games to go after that.
It's 3v1.
We need to move forward. Like we're gonna have to start killing our dreams.
Jesus Christ!
We're gonna have to start arguing why GTA Vice City doesn't make it.
There's no more houses.
You know, because after this, it's obvious that Vice City's going.
Vice City?
I'm just.
That's pretty funny.
What I'm doing is I'm calling out a game that's clearly gonna make it. To make you realize that we gotta fucking.
Hey, don't make jokes, man.
That line is weak. If you're gonna cross it out with a big line, you fuck.
There you go.
That's Steve's pen, not mine.
I'm in this one.
Okay. So there is a game up.
I would, and I don't want to get somebody angry at me.
All right.
I'm like, when we're talking to the pantheon of these games.
Simmons and Kenny are going to point to one game that amongst this pantheon is good but does not hold up. Kenny, you guys ready? 3, 2, 1.
Sons of bitches.
And you know what? It's better on other systems.
It's on other systems, yeah.
Which ones?
GameCube and Xbox.
GameCube.
What the, dude, this argument is fucking getting played out.
Well, there it is.
But
every
that's the
time,
thing.
and
Well, there
every
it is.
time,
It's not
almost
played.
every fucking thing that I put up here is
Welcome to my life.
another citizen.
Welcome to my life.
And it's so much better on another system. Like,
It
Jesus
has-
Christ,
it has
bro.
been- that argument has been
nullifies
used
all my
against
shit.
every single one of us.
Welcome to my life.
Except Simmons.
Because I've been picking games
It's
that
so
are
fucking-
unique to the system.
So, but to be honest, it is a fair argument.
I sacrificed fucking ballers so you guys can tell me, oh, well, it's on another system. Jesus Christ, dude.
Are we 3-1 on this?
Yeah, we're 3-1.
All right, well, that's gotta go.
And here's the thing: we still have many more games to go. So
more?
let's axe it right now. Wait.
Hold on. Who played this game besides me?
I've only played it for
Who
video
actually
games.
played
Street?
it? Yes.
Me.
Everybody else did except me. I've only played it because of your video games.
For hours.
And here's the thing: I like
Did
it.
you unlock the last character? Who's the last character you unlocked? Wow. Kenny, who is the last character you unlocked?
Jordan.
He's the only person that has a fucking say in it.
Nah, Steve, hold on. Let me talk to him real quick. Let me get at him real quick. Doesn't hold up. NBA Street Volume 2 is one of, if not the best basketball game on the PS2. Period. What's it gotta hold up against? What? NBA Live? Okay, yeah, those were cool, but nah. NBA 2K? Those were better on Dreamcast. We ain't even gotta talk about that one. Street Hoops? NBA Ballers? NBA Street beats them all, effortlessly. No offense, Steve. We're not even gonna talk about the fact that this game came out during the &1 era where all we wanted to see were players getting their ankles broken or getting dunked on, one of the two. Hell, we were all playing this game pretending we were hot sauce. NBA Street, in my opinion, perfectly balances the aspects of realism and arcade sports, even to the point where you get meter for doing special moves. Are we actually playing a fighting game right now? Okay, I'm going a little bit too far with that one. Stop playing with me. This game is easily top 10. But I'm gonna say one more thing before I get out of here. Run me my fade in that other top 10 game. You won't. You won't.
Well, that played. Well, dude.
Jordan's a cheat, though.
Jordan's the last character. That means he played the fucking game. You played it for hours.
He plays the best because he literally wrote it into his
But Steve,
contract.
okay. If the argument is that this shouldn't, you know, since you did not beat the game in its absolute totality, you know that's not an argument because that from the previous lists and everything, that is not a full argument.
These guys are assholes.
All right.
It's because this is an actual
I have to
delegation.
argue it.
Kenny, Martin, cross it out or give me my blue back.
We need to move forward.
Yeah, man.
All right, we have to start making some tough decisions here. What stands out?
Stands out.
What really is like? Is there anything that's really sticking out here?
We're gonna keep using this argument.
Right? This argument's all over the fucking place. The fuck, man? This fucking argument is ass, bro.
Well, welcome to my life.
Here's the thing. You know what it results in? A top 10 that is legit PS2 fuck games. So what he's talking about is
And
definitely.
I had to get rid of Dark Cloud, which is a PS2 exclusive.
Does anyone? Because the thing is, I've avoided it because I don't recall ever hearing about how this game
Plays better. Yeah,
on-
exactly. So, and yes, it's on another system, but does it run better?
Here's the thing. As I recall, I'm gonna try to remember to a few years ago when I was talking to the competitive community and they're helping me figure shit out. I'm fairly sure it's played on GameCube.
Even though that has less music.
I think that's better.
Hey, yo, what?
I mean, for the competitive community,
I
because the
bought it on
streamability
GameCube.
of the game
Sure,
is
but,
in question.
but
you know?
as a game as a whole, no, that's not better for the game.
Yeah,
as a whole.
I'm just saying, for the sake of like, so what is played now? If it's competitive viability, if that is the argument, I think it leans towards the GameCube version.
But that might
Is
just
that
be,
just because of Dolphin?
I was just about to say that might just
It's
be
a big part of it.
that might just be due to the less music as well. So that you know, that'll be
It's competitively played on PS2.
There you go.
All right. Well,
That could have changed over the several years.
all right,
So,
but chat say PS2. It's got it. It stays.
Okay.
It
then,
stays.
Then we're not going to use the multi-plat argument.
Multi-plat argument doesn't work
If
there.
this is still like the default
Yes.
version of it. 'Cause
if it's the most feature rich and is ultimately
if
got
there's
the most
no
content, then yeah.
gameplay, no frame rate, no like actual difference really, fine.
Yes.
Okay, we gotta cut 3.
Okay.
We're gonna cut 3.
I think.
So here's the
Silent
thing.
Hill. Silent Hill is rough.
Well,
it's chunky, but
here's the only
Kind of on
argument for
purpose.
Silent Hill 2. Silent Hill 2 is the Resident Evil 2 of the PS2 generation. And it's like, would you argue, there's a reason why they just fucking remade it. Like, it's, and the remake, arguably, yeah, sure, 30 years later is better, whatever. I get that. But, like, I played this shit.
it's remade because it's beloved.
Yes. I played this shit. Actually, you know what? I don't know if I have an argument there, because I played the PC version.
Yeah.
Silent Hill 2?
Yeah.
Yeah.
On
PC
I
PS2.
played the modded, like, definitive version on PC. Here's the thing, Simmons. I think when we're getting push comes to shove here, I think Virtua Fighter 4 Evo and Tekken are, like, tied in terms of experiences and content and what they provide.
Well, true.
I think the quality of some stuff is much better in Virtua Fighter 4
this
Evo.
has one of the greatest training modes ever made.
Absolutely.
If you actually spent the time, you could actually learn to get good at.
Motherfucker. And
Is that
that game?
Soul Calibur as well?
No,
No.
VF4 Evo has one of the.
Soul Calibur
greatest
has a lot of
training modes
content, but it's like they have like a strategy mode in Soul
Yeah.
Calibur, and it's actually fun.
Yeah.
And they have like crazy gimmick modes, similar to what I showed you guys like on the
And
list.
VF4 Evo also had like the crazy AI bots of the
It has
best
AI bots, it
players.
has Turing Japan arcades. It is like the ultimate fighting game content game, like since Soul Calibur 1. I think there is an argument to put Virtua Fighter 4 Evo in a top 10. But you know what is top 10? Tekken 5.
If you look at it subjectively, yeah.
No, we're looking at it like we're our back is to a corner, dude.
Right, like Tekken 5 is a fucking amazing package on the PS5 or 2. Huge leap over 4.
Bigger impact.
Yeah. And it's so much better than 4.
So much better. So much
impact.
bigger in 4. It's a big deal game.
But it was also niche as fuck. Like the amount of people we've had to introduce to VF4.
Yeah.
Well, VF4 was a much better selling and bigger game.
vanilla.
Tekken, yeah. Well, Tekken 3 revolutionized Tekken. Tekken 4 made it shaky, and
To me,
Tekken 5 brought it back.
this is a hidden gem. Where
Yeah.
this obviously overshadowed fucking.
You know what else was a
everything
hidden
on this.
gem?
This and Soul Calibur 2 overshadowed everything.
Urban Reign was a hidden gem.
See, but the thing is, the argument it's a hidden gem, but I think this is a hidden gem.
But
with
it's a
full
different gem.
content.
Full content. That's fair.
Fucking
That's fair.
amazing.
Here's the thing.
That's
Here's
fair.
the thing. Here's the thing. Would you say Virtua Fighter 4 is better than Kingdom Hearts 1? Do you think VF is better than any of these other games on this list?
This sucks. This one ends up being almost harder than PlayStation 1. There's still 3 games, dude. The 3 games that go is Virtua Fighter 4, Def Jam, and Socom 2.
Damn.
Other than Vibes.
That vibes. It's a PS2 fucking defining system, dude. Like,
I think retroactively, what has happened to Kingdom Hearts has affected this in a negative way in your head.
Oh, absolutely. 100%.
He just admits it. Like, no, if I think of PS2, I just think of this box. Like, this is your PlayStation 2 right here.
And here's
No,
the thing.
absolutely.
When
Like,
this came out, almost more than any of these games, you had to fucking buy it.
You had to buy it. Everybody
If it
has
makes you happy, we'll put this at number 10.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
If it makes you happy, it'll be at the bottom of 10.
So you're Max.
2 games on here because we have 13 games. Is Socom 2 and Def Jam. And here's the thing.
Kenny agreed to it.
Kenny agreed.
I really want to get rid of Kingdom Hearts over something else, but whatever. They're not going to acquiesce. So you know what?
Here's
I'll
the
agree
thing.
with your just cutting the last 3, even though I think this should go. You're not going to let it go. So, all right, fine. There it is. All 3 unanimously agreed. There's our top 10.
And you know what, Sims? For your birthday, for your gift, I'll put it at fucking 10 for you, bro.
Jesus
Just to make you
Christ.
fucking happy. I picked it. I'll put it at 10 so you can be a happy
He has been
boy.
here for 2 hours.
So you can be a happy boy.
We just flip it. We flip it and dip it, or we get another page.
It's 3:30 in the morning.
It's
fucking
not.
Ladies and gentlemen.
I don't even like Kingdom Hearts in totality that much, but like, no fucking way.
It'll make him a happy man. If it makes you happy.
They were going to make top 10.
It wasn't going to matter.
They were gonna make it.
Nope, because 3 of
See
them.
this?
3 to 1 agreed. No.
They were waiting for me to just walk away so they could tear it apart. Tore it apart and my soul.
Your voice is getting higher. The longer it goes. Fuck. Here, I guess something will make you feel better.
Yeah?
I saw this at the store. These are winter-themed Sour Punch straws. Arctic straws.
That doesn't make me feel better.
You ready? You feel, this will make you feel great.
Yeah, you sure?
There's
It doesn't
berry
make me feel
lemonade,
better.
lime cucumber,
Just the name itself doesn't make
watermelon
me feel
honeydew, and grape pineapple.
better. It doesn't make me feel better at all, bro.
Look at that, dude. I'm gonna give you the first one.
Oh, shit.
You agree Kingdom Hearts is 10?
Oh yeah.
And I know he hates it like me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's just put it at number 10 straight up. Put it at number 10.
Get it out of
Simmons,
there.
but you straight admitted the fucking that with the future games is retroactively make you go fuck this game. But if you put yourself in the place of fucking O2,
How do you feel about Star Wars, Max?
Yes, they do.
I just ignore the new shit.
No.
Do you feel the same watching 7 now, after 8 and 9, as you did when you only saw 7?
They fucked the old ones pretty
Well,
hard.
there's a difference because that one is all set up. Like it tells a story and it could have fucking ended. He just
It
knows
ends on
makes
a cliffhanger.
Well, it does, but I mean, I'm not saying like so many characters and shit are introduced in Star Wars 7 that just go in completely polar opposite directions that just like fucking suck and make it worse. I think that kind of stands alone. Like, then here's the thing. We didn't know if there was going to be a Kingdom Hearts 2. We fucking knew there was going to be another Star Wars.
We didn't know. We kind of knew.
Bro, we fucking knew.
We didn't know.
We knew. This list is pretty good.
It's terrible.
It's fucking hard, though.
Fucking trash.
What's going to be number 9? I'm going to argue
Def Jam.
number 9,
Def Jam.
Final Fantasy X.
I have a nomination for number 9.
Oh, yeah,
and it's actually one of my fucking games.
Silent Hill 2?
No, DMC.
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Right? Any objection to DMC?
I object. Socom 2.
I don't know about that.
Steve has no objections.
Steve has no objections. I
Can
think
you
DMC.
object?
I'm just kind of happy that DMC made it, and that I have a group of friends that agree that DMC 1 was kind of goated.
1 has the best.
DMC 3 obviously a better overall game, but DMC 1.
DMC 1 is the best app mode. DMC 1 has the best level design. DMC started it, crawled, so DMC 3 could run.
Was that Kenny? He said Def Jam. Def Jam.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said it.
What's number 9, Ken? You agree with Devil May Cry number 9?
Def Jam.
Okay. Yeah, let's go. I'm gonna propose another one of my games. Final Fantasy X.
Yeah, okay. Kenny agrees? Steve agrees at number 8. Final Fantasy.
Steve has no opinion on Final Fantasy.
All right.
So
Steve agrees.
Steve will say fuck you and kiss
Hey,
my
I love
ass.
X. X was fun. Waka.
I'm not putting Final Fantasy X in the top 5. Kenny, is this where Gran Turismo crosses the finish line? Gran Turismo 4 doesn't cross the finish line at number 7?
I agree with it being number 7.
Oh, he's getting up.
721 cars. This thing is literally the Final Fantasy VII of racing games. I will fucking stand my ground on that. Look,
And
at least,
shit in your mouth.
At least 51 tracks, the best touring mode
Okay, I was
out of
proposing
all the
the
Gran
idea.
Turismo. Like,
Let's just check it. Hey, okay, man, I get it. It's fine. It's fine.
Okay.
Look at it. Look at it as a whole.
We get it.
So Max says no to you're relinquishing 7. Steve, would you be fine with it in 7?
Kenny, what say you?
Kenny says no.
Kenny says
it's
fuck
number
no.
Oh,
No,
We're talking about Gran Turismo.
What's wrong with 7?
I think
you said top 5. Oh, he's saying top 5.
so. And here's the next proposal I have. I'm the only one with experience with this game, and I didn't entirely play it on the system, although it is the best on the system. It's Silent Hill 2. And I can't get anybody else to vouch for this game to be any higher than it currently is. But would I put Silent Hill 2 over DMC and Final Fantasy X? Yeah, with perspective, probably. I understand why that game's important and good. So I can see Silent Hill 2.
Silent Hill 2 is at least it's trying to tell a story in subject matter that games just don't.
The games just don't do, and it does it in and dude, I look back at that game being schlocky and weird now because of the remake. But when I played it, dude, I was like fucking bummed out. Like I was like, God damn, this story is something else, dude. It's crazy.
So okay, you say it does something that other games don't do. Give us an example.
It's effectively a Resident Evil game, but bad. Right? Just instant proposal.
Okay.
It's a game that is about introspection.
Okay.
And it really isn't about, like, I need to shoot these zombies that are getting in the way and stuff like that.
Okay.
It's more of, like, a reveal of what's happening here. Like, why is this happening to characters? Why are they acting the way they do? It's a living Twin Peaks episode.
Okay.
And inherently, the jank of the game helps it.
all right.
God of War, but okay.
No, you know what? I think I want God of War higher. You know why?
What is that?
We were arguing level design, bro.
Yeah.
That game probably has the best level design in the whole fucking
Well,
system.
God of War starts and it fucking It starts
Dude,
at
God of War
100.
2 is nuts.
It starts at 100 and it's up like for a PS2. You see the fucking Titan. And you're like, holy shit! Like a character that massive.
You think the opening of God of War 1 is cool? Jesus Christ, dude.
With the griffins and
And
stuff.
God of War 2 is also one of those games that is like impossible on this system, and they make it work.
Yes.
It was also one of the first
That
games
to me,
that was a
like,
dual disc.
Yeah, God of War and like Gran Turismo are both like we're
They're
gonna
comparable.
milk the fucking PlayStation.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I think God of War. Steve, do you have any,
over
big
Metal
feelings
Gear?
on
Any
God of War?
objections to God of War 2?
Oh, God of War's not beating Metal Gear 3.
Okay.
Yeah. Number 6 should be
Steve,
Socom
something
2.
real.
What?
God of War 2, he
Should
said.
be Socom 2. That's
So
He
this is
said
going to
God
be
of
the top
War.
10 presented by Max, Kenny, and Simmons.
yeah. I'm protesting, bitch. I got my picket sign outside.
All right, number 5.
You guys fucked both my games while I was gone.
Well, it wouldn't have mattered.
It would have mattered.
No, because all 3 of us agreed.
I think I know what it is. Let's say, what is the number 5 game, Steve? For real. The number 5 game in 3, 2, 1.
Tekken 5.
Shadow of the Colossus.
Tekken 5.
He said Shadow of the Colossus.
Tekken 5. I had Tekken 5.
Shadow of the Colossus.
Is 5 Tekken
You
5?
run around and you look for fucking monsters and you climb their fucking feet
Tekken
and
5?
you stab them a bunch of times. Oh look, it's on their brain. You gotta stab him in the brain. He knocks you off. Oh, I'm falling. Now I'm on the ground.
4.
game
Gran
out there.
Turismo 4.
Feel good, Kenny? He's smiling.
Yeah, I mean,
You know what? And I think this is now personal preference kicking in. I think the respect bucket is getting kind of rough when we got games like Vice City, Metal Gear 3, Shadow of the Colossus. It's like,
I'm starting to lose you guys, and like I said, the respect bucket. But I would just tell you, look at the game as a whole.
Did you want it to be top 3?
I mean, it's
Kenny would argue to be like maybe top 3 or top 2.
Yeah.
I'm like, hell no.
That's like.
We get it.
No.
Because we don't want to hear the split. We understand where you're coming from, Kenny. It's just that.
I understand, but look, here's the thing. That's like Simmons, and he's a vegan, and he's like, I gotta go rate Tony Romans. And like, you're not gonna fucking do it. Fuck out of here, you vegan, grass-eating hooker, okay? I go to Tony Romans, and you got a rack of ribs. This is disgusting, and this is, like, motherfucker, you can't appreciate this. Go eat some fucking kale, you bitch.
Simmons, that is a really good argument.
I'll tell you what. Kenny makes a great argument. Kudos for him. Put it on number 4. Gran Turismo 4.
And we agree.
There you go.
Kenny, we agree.
There you go. He got
That's
it out
a
of
great
his system.
argument. It's number 4.
He got it out of his
As
system.
someone who's been
Congratulations.
in games, like you have to respect what they have done.
I respect it. I just wish it was fun to play.
Well, you can't because it's a simulation. That's how cars react in real life.
Tony Romas.
You know?
it's such a random fucking place. Like Tony.
All right, what's number 3?
Good shit. Are we literally
No,
putting?
we're putting Vice City at number 3, right?
Are we putting? So Steve vehemently cannot even fathom a spot of Shadow of the Colossus taking over Metal Gear Solid and Vice City.
Hold on, though, Steve.
Look at this guy.
Forget all this. Just, what is your number 1 PS2 game?
Vice City.
Just period. Regardless of what.
Just regardless of what has transpired so far.
What's the best game on PS2?
It's up here
Ever.
because
I haven't beaten it, but Metal Gear Solid is considered one of the best games of all time.
Right. Well,
yes, but what is yours?
Would be Vice City, absolutely.
Yeah. I mean,
Vice City.
But
And-
I do respect
Look.
the idea of Metal Gear Solid.
And here's the thing, we talk about like games, how they play. Like Shadow Colossus is like fucking groundbreaking. If you play it now, it's rough.
Which one?
Shadow of the Colossus.
if we're talking the original Shadow of the Colossus
Yes.
experience,
Yes.
It is fucking rough.
I can hear that
And like
argument.
I know you guys like, but like you play a lot of these games and it's not rough. Like Devil May Cry, not rough. Burnout, not rough.
Get him.
Like all these
Get 'em.
games, thank you. Metal Gear, not rough.
Get 'em.
This shit,
Hell
when
yeah.
you were playing it, I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah!
All right. So Shadow of the Colossus. As much as you guys love fucking frame rates, shit like that, get slapped.
it's
You
not.
can't fucking put it up there.
Get him!
You can't put it up. Vice City.
Get him!
Rocks at a solid frame rate. All these
No,
games.
it doesn't.
Get him!
Whoa,
Time out.
over
Time
Shadow
out.
of the
No,
Colossus.
not over that.
Over
Not
Shadow
over
of the
that.
Colossus,
Not over
but
that.
over
Time
PS2
out.
wise.
Time out. GTA Vice City does not rock a solid frame
We
rate.
cannot use.
Whoa, over Colossus.
Yes, okay, yes, it beats it in frame rate, right?
Yes.
I get it. But we cannot use the defense that GTA runs good on a PS2.
It runs solid.
No, it doesn't.
When
We'll boot it
you
up and
can
show you.
also get the game, from what I remember, running better on
Xbox.
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
All right.
And there we go.
That argument is not
okay.
We are in top.
That argument doesn't apply in top
three.
I think Kenny has a solid argument.
in top three, it doesn't.
We played it for your birthday, and I was like,
I think it's a good argument about Shadow of the Colossus kind of run rough. So does Vice City.
But not as bad.
rough. This Metal Gear 3
Runs great.
subsistence
Yeah.
runs great on PS2.
So then
if we want to
I-
argue performance, this is the best. If we want to argue
If
performance,
performance is specifically the merit of this, yes.
Yes.
But here's the thing.
But it's
I
more
don't,
performance.
and I completely agree. But it's also the PS4 argument with Bloodborne, which is clearly one of the best games on a future system that we're going to take a look at, and runs like shit.
Yeah.
But did that at the time take away from the experience?
No.
It was already the GOAT, or it could be considered GOAT.
The thing is about all of these games, and honestly, Metal Gear is probably the least, which is crazy to say of a Metal Gear game. These two are some of the most influential well, not so much just the three, but you get the idea.
Yeah.
These are insanely influential video games. Metal Gear 3 is probably the least influential, but it is also
We're
Metal Gear
talking about
Solid
influence.
3.
It's just continuing Metal Gear.
Right, it's continuing, it
To me, it's
is
like-
influential, but like these changed the fucking industry.
Yes.
Yeah.
So for a lot of people, like, where's Metal Gear 2? It's right here. It's Metal Gear 3. There's the argument: is that Metal Gear 3 is just a better story, a better like narrative, more interesting gameplay,
Right.
Better locations.
Honestly,
like, everything's better.
all right, so
I
let's
feel like
put
it's set
Shadow of
the
the
bar.
Colossus at 3.
I feel it set the bar.
It kind of did.
Yeah.
And it did so much where it's like, oh, this is the second best Metal Gear game by a lot.
Okay,
you know?
I think the thing is though, and this is gonna be tough. And you said we can't do it, but we're gonna have to, Max.
Yeah.
You and I knew from the beginning, Shadow of the Colossus was our number one.
Yes.
From the beginning, we knew their number one was Vice City. That kind of automatically means Metal Gear 3 is kind of default number 3.
So we're not deciding number 1 right now. We're actually still deciding number 3, and we thought number 3 was going to be Metal Gear, but we're saying number 3 is Vice City.
No, I'm saying number 3 is Shadow of the Colossus.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh God, we have a 3-way fucking Jeopardy right now.
Oh, hold on. What would you put for number 3, Max? Like, of
Vice
those
City.
3. I would put Vice City as number 3.
Okay.
And your number 3 is Shadow.
I'm surprised you guys are
And
shocked
your
by this.
number 3 is Shadow as well?
Hold on.
Wait,
Yeah.
3 is Shadow.
I'm surprised that you guys are surprised that.
Wait a minute. Wait a
I
minute.
slapped his ass like 7 times.
Wait a minute.
He was cooking.
That's great.
So do we?
You mean sometimes I slapped his ass? My hand hurts. Can you use your ass?
Okay. So wait. Hold on a second.
I'm gonna have to explain that to
GTA
someone.
is number 3. We're over here. You guys think Shadow is number 3 over there?
Yes.
Then do we think Metal Gear is number 2?
I would put Metal Gear as number 2 of those 3.
So you would put GTA
Vice City?
As-
Like Vice
I would
City?
put Vice City as 3.
I don't think Vice City is okay.
Shadow prefers Metal Gear over Vice City. Is
Okay,
what I'm trying to say.
I'm saying that Vice City is too good to be number 3, and it is
Not good enough to be number.
That's not good enough to be number 1.
Yeah, I get you.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Damn, this is the first time this has happened.
You guys gotta make an argument for Shadow of the Colossus. Kenny cooked you. The Shadow of the Colossus is not that good.
So, and my argument is Shadow of the Colossus.
Yes.
It's going to be
My
rough.
argument
Yes.
is Shadow of the Colossus is the Bloodborne argument.
Yeah.
Is that this,
not
this
everybody-
is that
It
performatively?
runs significantly worse than Bloodborne.
Yes. Well, I mean, it does.
I saw.
Don't get me wrong,
because
because
his birthday, and I was
it effectively is like the bleeding edge of what
Yes.
a PlayStation 2 is capable of. To me personally, Shadow of the Colossus is number 1. When in this time frame, I was like, bro, games could be more.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, to me, it was kind of like the games don't just have to be specifically like an arcade game or like a cinematic action game. To me,
I mean,
it was
the
kind of
Giants
like
were the
that's
level.
the
games
thing.
could be
There
more.
was
That's
no,
the
there
thing,
was
like,
no level.
it
It was the
turned-
Giants were the level.
Right,
Yes.
it turned the idea of objective on its
completely
head.
on its head.
Which I actually like because you have all these game design things you think have to be in the game, right?
Yeah.
And Shadow actually throws them out.
Yeah.
Because Shadow has the
It's
premise.
anti-game.
Right. It has this premise of you're gonna go to a forsaken wilderness, right? And when you're gonna enter for the Forbidden Lands to save your girlfriend,
Sure.
right? That sounds like a
Simple
normal
premise.
video game.
Yeah.
But that sounds like a normal video game premise. And then you do that in a normal video game. You go to the Forsaken Lands and a bunch of fucking hobos,
A bunch of-
in
you get-
tents, and a bunch of like a bunch of bears and a bunch of ogres with clubs
Yes,
are there.
the typical game design.
And it's like
case.
it's not some abandoned. It's not the Forbidden Wilderness at all. It's like no, we actually made empty wilderness.
Yes.
And you traverse an empty, abandoned land.
so
We're
here's-
like, they actually were like, okay, we're gonna do that, and that's gonna serve a story purpose.
Yeah. The
And
way you also direct the player to objectives and shit like that, like shining the fucking sun.
Right, and
doing
it's
all
like
this stuff.
you're doing a thing where it's like, okay, you're making a deal with the devil, and like he's gonna betray you in the end. And here's the thing I love about Shadow of the Colossus: that deal with the devil, he upholds his part of the bargain.
Yeah. I appreciate that it tries to be like I said, games could be more. Like, we do not have to, like, follow this fucking rule set.
Yeah.
And that, to me, was like, this is throwing game design on its head. It's not like big, like, and obviously big glowy spots apply. But that's our defense of Shadow of the Colossus.
We're letting fish.
You know what game threw game design in its head?
Yep.
Body Harvest,
Vice City.
which you guys won't fucking play.
Vice City.
The Vice City was a refinement.
Well, of the three, you know. Grand
Which was
Theft
a
Auto.
refinement of fucking Body Harvest
Sure.
from the same developers.
There you go, Body Harvest. To GTA 3. Right?
Right, L2, that's one.
Yeah, right L2.
Oi, I break for all
There you go.
ladies.
What the hell?
I think it kills you, so you
yeah.
come back with all the guns, right?
No, it just kills you.
That is not the cheat code, Kenny.
That's the cheat code.
Oh my god, dude.
Cheat code, kill yourself. I play this how I fucking want. I don't have to play the game. I could be
so many epiphanies that you could-
I could be a fireman. I could
So many
be a
epiphanies.
taxi driver.
I remember
can
the
do-
epiphany that you can actually use the helicopter for the first time and actually fly around the city and actually see the city for the first time at night with the music of Michael Jackson playing and going through a fucking mission doing that shit and figuring
And then the
out.
slow motions on the jumps. Like when you fucking jump and then the shit just goes slow motion and it's
Don't
like cinematic.
And don't forget, don't forget coming to the realization
Yeah.
that you can see the stuff that he's talking about. You have to do it the way that they designed it. You have to beat that boss the same way that they tell you to do that. In Vice City, you can come to the epiphany that I can beat this level any way I desire.
Yeah.
I can come up to my own ideas of how I
What
can
I'm going to
fucking beat
say
this shit
is
right
that
here. It's like,
Steve
fuck
and
that,
Kenny's
man.
argument is 100% valid.
Yes.
But this is absolutely boiling down boilerplate top 3, top 2 situation. Me and Simmons don't give a fuck about like real life like simulation.
That
shit.
is unfortunate because that is
hey,
what-
hold up.
Okay.
Just in general, what games we overall prefer?
Yes.
Fantastical situations, fantastical settings, fantastical characters.
Totally
like
understand.
that.
Yeah,
That's-
fantasy-
I want to.
fantasy-
The
are fantastical.
escapism is what me and Simmons sort of revel in,
Hey.
and it's the exact opposite with you guys.
But you know what though?
You know.
Vice City was escapism, man.
Yeah.
It took you back
To a
the
degree, it
80s.
is.
It took you back to like fucking
didn't
Miami
exist
and going to clubs
around
and
that
being
time.
a drug lord and stuff like that.
Liar.
No, we didn't exist.
Yeah,
No.
we didn't exist.
I
around
wish
that
I
time.
knew what
So
they-
that time,
not a good argument.
that time was fucking
That's not a good
fantastic.
argument.
That was a fantastic. That was a time.
Oh, that is a lie.
That is a time beyond.
Hey, I wasn't in the club in the 1980s,
Exactly.
all right?
We don't know it.
know
You
what it
guys,
was like to
were
be
you
in the
guys
club.
in the club sniffing cocaine?
I was a
In the
baby.
80s? Were you guys in the club sniffing cocaine in the 80s? I think not.
I was a baby.
I find it.
Like you guys on yachts.
I do find it kind of funny that our fanatical thing is like,
Did you
we're gonna
guys-
save our girlfriend and grab a bird, and there's like, we're gonna sniff cocaine.
Sniff cocaine.
Were you guys on a yacht with porn stars?
Go on a motorcycle off a ramp
Right.
onto a building,
Exactly.
drive the motorcycle on the building off another building
While shooting
and in
people,
slow
while shooting
motion.
other drug lords doing that.
While Michael Jackson is playing.
Playing in the fucking background. I think not. So
And here's the thing.
You and I personally would never put any GTA on
Fuck
our,
no.
on our top 10
Absolutely
list.
not.
But we weren't going to argue that because, well, we know it's
know.
Vice City.
and we can respect it. We can respect it. Shadow of the Colossus was a pretty good game, right? It was pretty. It was a good game. It was a great game, but.
It ran. It's just.
It's-
I remember we
if
played
you
it for
go
Simmons,
back-
and
if
I
you
saw
go
it
back-
running, and it was.
And that's the problem.
It was like
is that
15 frames.
And listen,
was like
just hear me out.
15 to 20 frames.
Hear me out. The same argument that you have with SOCOM 2, the same argument that you put on Okami, the same argument that you put on fucking Outbreak, is if you go back, those games don't play as well as you might have thought as you did when you go back. When it
Vice
comes
City
inside
Side
of
of
the
the
argument,
argument that I really that I think that we might be fucked, Simmons.
It
Yes.
doesn't run well.
PS4
doesn't run
version
well.
exists.
Yeah. PS4 version
and it was
does
like,
exist.
and it was so crazy because like
So here's the thing. I think me and Simmons with that logic, I'd argue it's probably a top PS4 game.
I'd argue it's the best PS4 game.
Really?
You and I would fight over Bloodborne on that.
So here's where we're at. I'm gonna say right now, do we agree Metal Gear Solid 3 is number 1?
I concur.
I'm okay with it.
Let's do it, bro.
Right.
Let's fucking do it. Let's fucking do it.
Yeah, we did it.
Metal Gear Solid.
Very nice.
Metal Gear Solid.
We did it, guys. We did it. All right. Democracy, chat. Democracy.
This is why debating is good.
Democracy.
Because he proposes a good idea in the same way that we have been talking about games being better on other systems. Shadow of the Colossus was eventually ported to PS3, a better game, and then ported again because it's such a legacy game to PS4.
You can take
and it got even better again.
Alright.
So
You have to.
Metal Gear Solid 3,
Take two.
Vice City, Simmons.
I'm going what he said.
Hey,
What? Why are you doing that?
Just let them have it.
Why? Oh. Why? I don't understand why you just did that. What the fuck? It was pretty much agreed that Vice City was 2.
It played better, but like I'm gonna let them have it.
Why? That makes no sense.
Here's the thing, Kenny likes it.
What? Shadow of Colossus? Sure. It's okay, but is it better than fucking Vice City? No. This is what we just agreed on.
They were gonna
We
fight.
just shook on this.
We shook on the fact.
Steve,
It's
we
number
shook.
one.
No, we shook on the idea
Here's
that
the
we
thing.
debate
Here's
things
the thing.
and come to an agreement.
Here's the thing. We like.
What just happened?
It was gonna be number 1. There's no
Metal
way.
Gear Solid was gonna be number 1. But
No.
The whole
I wanted this to be number 1, and there was gonna be no way.
I
We
understand.
had to like.
Top
No,
three.
here's the thing.
Top 3, right? Top 3. You look at his top 3.
Oh my god.
Look, and then we would have to sit and battle, and like, do you think they would literally?
Look how goofy this is. Gran Turismo 4 on 4. Second 5 on 5. You know
Dude,
This was almost
This was about to be number 3.
This is supposed to be number 3.
3, 4, 5 was about to be 3, 4, 5.
Final Fantasy X isn't number 10. Fuck
Yeah,
you.
this could have been
Silent
number
2
2.
could have been number 2.
Oh yeah, could have been. Yeah. Silent
You
Hill,
know
I got
what?
more too.
I actually feel pretty good about that.
Oh my god.
had to give it to him.
Kenny pulled like a last-minute Florida vote.
Yeah, he did.
For Al Gore or some shit against Al Gore. But, you know, I was about to be ready to consolidate that, you know what, fucking
Yes.
Shadow number 3.
Yes.
But still, I still want it to be number 2. And here's the thing. Kenny felt the same thing, that it's arguable number 1.
We just got finished going through like a 10-minute fucking argument on understanding why it couldn't be number 1 and why Vice City
And
was
it's number 2.
and why Vice City was a better game more than over that. We had just finished going through that, and then you go, just give it to
They
them.
weren't gonna.
And I'm like,
They
what?
weren't gonna let Vice
They
City.
literally were going to.
No.
They were going to. Max,
no.
Max, don't stop.
No, no,
Max was
no,
going to.
no,
I'm telling you right now, they were going to, Kenny.
No.
Kenny, they were going to.
No.
That was the argument. I was paying attention to the
I would
argument.
say that I never said anything, but
Right.
but I was surprised and happy.
Unbelievable! I fucking believe you fucking the fucking do it,
I couldn't let them do one.
God damn it! What is wrong with you? Fucking democracy, bro! Fucking democracy, bro!
We did it.
What is oh my god! Oh, I can't with these guys! I can't!
情けなくて恥ずかしくて逃げ出したくなる時はあるかい悲しすぎて虚しすぎて死にたくなる日はあるかい俺はあるでもまだ俺は俺を信じたいんだ逃げねえし死ねねえ成り上がるぜ世界で一番かっこよくて強い勇者になり上がるぜ世界で一番君を笑顔にできるような男に答え合わせにはまだ早いぜどん底から夢見た姿へ俺と成り上がろう り上がれそうさ君も君を信じるんだ一緒にさ進もう成り上がるぜ世界で一番かっこよくて強い勇者になり上がるぜ
Holy frames. She has like holy.
In that area, it's specifically bad. And
Oh,
when you get out
of
of here,
course.
it's
But
not-
once you get
that area, it's the area. It must be the fucking area. It's the fucking area. It's the fucking area. It's the fucking area. That's what it is.
Once you get to this area where there's nothing up there, there's nothing, and it's just a plain thing.
Never seen these two as passionate about performance in my life.